Chapter 1551. Congratulations on being an ordinary person, no one will harass you anymore. Wang Qunji were very excited to get the exercises. Especially if Levi Garrison's meridians are now sealed, there will be no threat. Levi Garrison smiled miserably, for Arudaya, I really took out everything. I have a clear conscience. I am also happy to see Arudaya get better. I hope you will let Arudaya take off again. Levi Garrison called the only person besides him who knew where the Levi's squad was. He also handed over the Levi's squad. Now that it becomes an ordinary person, it's more thorough. From now on, Levi Garrison has nothing. Levi, what's wrong with you? After Zoe came back, they were shocked to see Levi Garrison's appearance. Me see. Levi Garrison smiled and said, there is nothing wrong, but I will become an ordinary person in the future. Wouldn't it be better? I hope our family is ordinary. Zoe hugged Levi Garrison. Furthermore, we are backed by the Zisha clan, they will protect us, and we will be bullied. You know about Lavilia being rescued by King Shu Tian. Levi Garrison just smiled. Now he really let go of everything. After Messiah got the exercises, he immediately invested in the plan. First, recruit 100 geniuses from Shwanarudaya and cultivate them as seedlings. Mainly practice this technique of Levi Garrison. The so-called not breaking or standing. These 100 geniuses, the first thing to do is to abolish themselves. The Eagle Nation and others were shocked when they learned that Levi Garrison had abolished Kung Fu and handed over the exercises. But from now on, Levi Garrison will no longer be their target. After all, it does not pose any threat. It's time to meet that person. After Levi Garrison recovered from his injuries, he went to Northampton Prison. Here, he entered the darkest moment of his life. It is also here to regain a new life. He wants to thank Master. Although they don't admit it. After coming to prison, Levi Garrison knelt before the old man and knocked his head 3 times. Master, I'm sorry, without your permission, I handed over the exercises. Levi Garrison knocked his head again. The old man made an old voice, I said that I am not your master. You found the exercises. It has nothing to do with me. Levi Garrison didn't understand. Why is it that the old man is so reluctant to admit his relationship with him? However, the old man's attitude also made himself clear. Messiah checked this prison. The final conclusion is that the exercises Levi Garrison found here have nothing to do with other people. No matter what, you are my mentor. Levi Garrison continued to kowtow. Whatever. The old man snorted coldly. For Levi Garrison, the old man was full of mystery. He can leave the prison tomorrow morning, so why should he stay here? But Levi Garrison didn't dare to ask. Is there anything else? I don't have anything to leave now. The old man is very impatient. Master, from this moment on, I will return to the past and be an ordinary person. I am going to take you out and give you retirement. Levi Garrison said seriously. He was in a high position before, so he didn't dare to have such an idea. But now he has completely changed back to an ordinary person. He still hopes to take the old man back. Are you an ordinary person? Impossible. Suddenly the old man said. Okay. Levi Garrison was taken aback. You can't bet an ordinary person in this life, you will have a bloody disaster next. The old man said. Puff. Levi Garrison's body trembled. Are you in a bloody disaster? Chapter 1552. Levi Garrison immediately reacted to what he thought of. I am indeed in danger. Many enemies. But he has become a useless person. The meridians are all sealed or destroyed. Even the techniques that do not break or build will not work. Because the meridians of your martial arts have been destroyed. This is no longer a question of unbreakable. It's because the meridians of your martial arts are missing. I can't practice martial arts at all. Messiah took this into consideration, so after Levi Garrison abolished his martial arts, he sent a master to block his meridians. See. Make sure that Levi Garrison will not be able to cultivate martial arts in this life. There is no revenge or threat. After all, Messiah knew this technique that could not be broken or established. The purpose is to prevent Levi Garrison from using this technique. Then am I dead? Levi Garrison asked himself. He is an ordinary person now. If you come to a master at random, he will die. What's more, everyone knows that he is an ordinary person. It doesn't matter if he died. He is not afraid. But he died, what about the child's mother and wife? He can't die. He wants to live. What could be done? His martial art has been completely destroyed. He has never heard of anyone whose martial veins are destroyed and can still practice martial arts. This is impossible. Despair, deep despair came to my heart. Okay. The old man nodded. But... The old man suddenly smiled. But what? Levi Garrison looked surprised. Reshape the meridians for you. As soon as the old man's voice fell, Levi Garrison didn't even react. Immediately, Levi Garrison let out a hysterical scream. Levi Garrison swears. I have never had this pain in my life. It hurts to his death. He has been in and out of the battlefield countless times, suffered countless injuries, and countless times on the verge of death. But once, it was as painful as it is now. Unbearable. Raw is Levi Garrison's tough consciousness, almost unable to hold on. Levi Garrison's screams lasted for 3 full hours. But the strange thing is that no one else in the prison hears the same. Levi Garrison, who came out of the prison, raised the corners of his mouth. The whole temperament is completely different. Not to mention the old man reshaping the meridians for him, but also let him see more powerful ones. But the old man still said that I am not your master, don't bark. I haven't seen you today. I haven't done anything. Finally, the old man also reminded. Levi Garrison didn't understand why the old man always did this. But in his mind the old man is the master. In his 2 darkest moments, let him be reborn. Kindness is like the sea. He won't pay it all his life. On the way back, Levi Garrison smiled. All of you can't think of it. My Levi Garrison's strength is restored again. And I'm stronger than before. Not to mention other people, even Levi Garrison himself didn't expect it. He still has this opportunity. Fortunately, he would have such an opportunity to repay his kindness with the thought of being like a sea of Cheyenne. God will always favor good people. Northampton Prison is located on the outskirts, far from the city. Levi Garrison was halfway through. 6 black shadows appeared without warning. Sure enough, it was a disaster of blood and light. Coming so fast. Levi Garrison smiled. You don't seem surprised to see us. The 6 were surprised. The one behind the black dragon, right? Levi Garrison smiled. He had guessed that the person who wanted to kill himself must be the person behind the black dragon. Because the last time those people covered the black dragon's escape, they buried a hidden danger. The murderer of Heilong's death was actually Levi Garrison. Chapter 1553. At least the people behind the black dragon think so. So they have come to take revenge. Since you know everything, then die. A few people didn't talk nonsense at all, and directly used killer moves. They all knew about Levi Garrison being abolished by Messiah. Ordinary people without the power to bind chickens. Laugh. The one-headed slashed to Levi Garrison fiercely. Clang. Levi Garrison flicked his finger. The blade was broken in half. You. Several people were so shocked that they could not speak. Everyone thought that Levi Garrison's martial arts had not been abolished. His martial arts is still there, intelligence error. Withdraw. Several people are fleeing like crazy. Puff. Puff. But Levi Garrison didn't give them a chance to escape at all. A few blood arrows shot sharply. All 6 are dead. Levi Garrison doesn't care who they are. Now he has quit. He only follows one principle: don't mess with him. After dealing with the 6 people, Levi Garrison returned home. Zoe looked at him curiously. You seem to be different. The life of ordinary people is so much fun. Levi Garrison smiled. Zoe didn't think too much. The rest of life gradually calmed down. Levi Garrison finally enjoyed the silence. At this moment, Messiah's plan is also advancing rapidly. The plan is named Qianlong. In this regard, Messiah is very confident. At least 5 king-level existences must be cultivated side by side. 100 genius seedlings first abolished their martial arts, and even their bodies were crippled. Reach the break standard. Then come to practice Levi Garrison's technique. I don't know what's going on. Hundreds of genius seedlings practiced the exercises for a month, but they didn't even have any effect. This was what Messiah had thought of. They all follow the steps, how can it be effective? These 100 seedlings are all selected by thousands of people. And there are special instructors to guide. Basically it will not go wrong. It can only be exercises. Could it be that Levi Garrison didn't hand over the real cultivation technique? Take another time to experiment. Messiah spent another 2 months, a total of 3 months, to inspect. As a result, there was no effect at all, but the hundreds of seedlings were abandoned, and they could no longer practice martial arts for life. Because it took too long for self-defeating. It's definitely a question of exercises. Levi Garrison has not surrendered the real technique. Someone came to this conclusion. Everyone agrees that it is a question of exercises. We were all deceived by Levi Garrison, he hasn't surrendered the real technique. It's probably to fool us with the incomplete article. I said he couldn't hand it over easily. The crowd was indignant. After all, the Qianlong project failed. How much money, material, and manpower was spent in 3 months? It's all in vain. Everyone's efforts were in vain. There are 100 genius seedlings just like this. The initiator of all this is Levi Garrison. Go to Levi Garrison and ask for clarity. In Northampton Villa. Looking at the aggressive group of people, Levi Garrison asked coldly, "What are you doing here? Hurry up, I'm just an ordinary person." Well, you Levi Garrison, you really have a good hand. What's happenin'? You have never surrendered the real cultivation technique. Your cultivation technique is useless at all. As a result, we have lost 100 genius seedlings in vain. Chapter 1554. Levi Garrison, why did you do this? Are you so narrow-minded? Do you know how much we lost in these 3 months? This is a painful blow to Arudaya. It's all on you. Facing everyone's accusations, Levi Garrison was stunned. Gongfa problem? I surrendered the exercises by myself. What does it have to do with him? What I handed over is the exercise method you want. This exercise method was originally incomplete, and I have made it up. What I have handed over to you is the supplementary exercise method. Levi Garrison said seriously. Did you make up for the incomplete exercise? Obviously you did it yourself, right? You must have done something, and then all of our hundreds of seedlings have been abolished. Me see. You have to give an explanation about Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison frowned, and a terrible chill broke out on his body. I'll say it again one last time, there is no problem with the exercises I gave you. Levi Garrison approached. Impossible. There is no problem with the technique, why can no one succeed? You must give an explanation about this. No one can think of other reasons. Roll. The spring thunder burst into Levi Garrison's mouth, and a terrifying aura broke out on his body. All the people present were suppressed. Everyone seemed to see the one-word king back in the past. Afraid. Fear. No one dared to look at him at each other. It's not right. Levi Garrison is now an ordinary person. What are you afraid of? Levi Garrison, we won't be oblivious anymore. I hope you will hand over the real cultivation technique. Otherwise, this matter will not stop. Several people said. If you don't leave again, I will smoke you, believe it or not. Levi Garrison said angrily. I do not believe. Now that Levi Garrison is an ordinary person, everyone will naturally not be afraid of him. Death yourself. When Levi Garrison was about to lick someone with his big mouth, King Shu appeared. What are you going to do? Don't bully my master while he is an ordinary person. With me and the brothers, who dares? Shu Tianwang is in a desperate posture. Hearing this, the others showed a look of jealousy one after another. There are 9 heavenly kings, so no one dares to move Levi Garrison. No, King Shu has other things. After listening to the exercises, King Shu Tian sneered, everyone understands how master has treated Arudaya these years? How could he do things that would harm Arudaya? Furthermore, he is now an ordinary person, what is the use of keeping the exercises? There is no effect, I can only say that this kind of exercise is not suitable for everyone. After Shu Tianwang reminded, everyone also reflected. Correct. Think about it, Levi Garrison has been this one for so many years. After thinking about it, Levi Garrison was willing to abolish martial arts by himself. What does he still keep the exercises for? We misunderstood. It seems that we made a mistake in that step. Go quickly. Everyone knew what was wrong and left immediately. Don't harass my master next time. Shu Tianwang cursed. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly, you saved them. Levi Garrison was going to smoke these people's mouths. King Shu appeared to rescue them. Master, don't worry, you will be a teacher for one day and a father for life. I, Tang Chuafeng, will do my best to protect you from any harm to you and your family. I think the other brothers think the same way. You are an ordinary person, but your apprentices are not. King Shu said earnestly. I don't need protection from others. Levi Garrison sneered coldly. Chapter 1555. Now his strength is much higher than before. This time the teacher let him see the world. Experienced to be powerful. Let me put it this way. It seems that it is not a world. The ghost knows how strong Levi Garrison will be now. How can others be protected? And you, don't hang around in front of me from now on. It's really annoying. Levi Garrison forcibly drove the Shu Tianwang away. Heavenly King Shu stood outside, staring for a moment and then sighed, Hey, masters. Temperament is still as aggressive and domineering as ever. Even if he becomes an ordinary person, it is like this. But you are an ordinary person after all. If you encounter enemies or danger, then you will know it. Will be too late. That's it, that's all. I'll take care of master's life worry-free. The king of Shu specially arranged several masters to guard Levi Garrison's side. This is of course also the meaning of the other 8 heavenly kings. They all wanted to protect Levi Garrison. You must hide yourself, and don't let master find you. King of heaven, don't worry. He is just an ordinary person and won't find us. After a few people spoke, they scattered around the villa. At the same time, Levi Garrison glanced in several directions. As soon as these people appeared, he knew. King Shu said something wrong. Levi Garrison was really targeted by his enemies. Fengtian City is located in the northeast of Arudaya. Covered with heavy snow, it is icy and snowy. Several people are exercising in a park. Taijiquan is slow, but it contains charm. 20 degrees below zero, but a few people were wearing thin gowns. At this time, a man in a jacket came to the people. The big thing is not good, the 6 people who sent out to kill Levi Garrison disappeared. The man said. Okay. Several people stopped their actions and watched them all. How is it possible? Messiah destroyed Levi Garrison's martial arts line. He is definitely an ordinary person. How could the 6 of them disappear? One of the old men in the black gown looked disbelief. That's probably someone secretly protecting Levi Garrison. It seems that Levi Garrison is so easy to kill. Several others are humane. The old man in the black gown roared, I don't care who is protecting him. I have to avenge my son. Even if Yan Longguard is protecting Levi Garrison, I have to kill. Yan Longguard blocks, kill them all. If other people heard this, they would be so scared that their eyes would fly out. What's the identity of this old man? Messiah must get rid of? Have to kill all? Is this bragging too loud? But everyone else present was calm. It seems that there is no doubt that the old man has done this. My 3 sons, the eldest son and my son have amazing martial arts talents. But only the 3 sons were born to be unable to practice martial arts. But he has a unique mind. And a sense of tenacity. He vowed not to rely on me since he was a child, but to rely on his own efforts to build a bright future. He did create the Avengers that gave Arudaya a headache. He is ambitious and has bigger plans behind it. But what this kid didn't think was that I've been helping secretly. Otherwise, why would War Eagle Nation, East Island, and Star Nation let him be it? His mercy? Otherwise, how could the Avengers grow to such a point? I have been wondering how far this child will grow up. Suddenly the old man in the black gown had a grim look and roared, but Levi Garrison designed to kill him. Levi Garrison, if you kill my child, then I will kill your child too. Let you taste the loss of your loved ones. Chapter 1556. At the moment, the old man in the black gown is in madness. It's totally different from the way you did Tai Chi just now. It turns out that he is the father of Black Dragon. The Black Dragon formed the Avengers and planned various events, and he had a helping hand behind him. It's just that the Black Dragon doesn't know it. Heilong is not actually a sinner, he just pretends to be a sinner and organizes all sinners. This is why there is no damage to the face under the mask. Everyone who kills my son must die. Especially Levi Garrison must die. I want him to watch his child die first. Then let him die in pain. Said the old man in a black gown. Are you sure to make such a big deal? Once things get big, we may be exposed. M.Bg. According to the rules, we can't join the WDO. Yes, once we join the WDO, the world will be completely chaotic. Several others persuaded. I don't care. To kill my son, I must pay for my life. I am in a hurry, I will kill Messiah. Said the old man in a black gown. Understand, leave it to me. A bloodthirsty killing intent flashed in the eyes of the jacket man. A few days have passed since the death of Prince William, and another big deal has happened. Prince William's father, William II, died. Died under his own Desert Eagle. That is the gun that killed the Black Dragon. It is not known whether it was suicide or homicide, and it is still under investigation. After this happened, the whole world was a sensation. No less than when Prince William died. For the first time, everyone thought of Arudaya starting. But William II died in his room. The Eagle Nation was furious. Threatened to find out the murderer. When Arudaya heard this message, she didn't pay much attention. As long as it doesn't target Arudaya. After all, no one knows the truth. Only Levi Garrison's face changed after hearing this message. The people behind the Black Dragon are taking revenge. Sure enough, it is not ordinary. Even William too could be killed easily. The absolute background is great. More than all that Levi Garrison had encountered before. But he was not shocked much. After all, I just learned about the world from the master. He didn't think it was terrifying to the powerful forces behind the Black Dragon. William too is dead. So the next step is yourself. In particular, I failed to kill myself once. They must send super powerful masters to kill themselves. But he is not afraid. Kill as many as you come. Thank you, mentor, again. He really can't be an ordinary person. If it is really an ordinary person, I don't know how many deaths. In the afternoon, Levi Garrison went to pick him up from school. Several masters secretly arranged by King Shu closely followed. On the way back, there were few people everywhere. Suddenly, two people appeared out of thin air and blocked Levi Garrison's way. Regarding this, Levi Garrison was shocked. Sure enough, it is not ordinary. There was a terrible breath in these two people. It's like coming from hell. Both of these are above the North Devil's level. If Messiah knew that there would be two powerhouses above the Northern Demon level at once, I'm afraid I will be scared to death. But they are here to kill Levi Garrison. What kind of existence is behind the Black Dragon? Levi Garrison was a little curious. Sure enough, the King of Heaven was wrong. Someone wants to target Levi Garrison. Fortunately, we are guarding, otherwise something really happens. Several people in the dark laughed. Immediately, 6 people appeared and surrounded the two. Mr. Yat, you go first, leave these two to us. Several people looked confident. Chapter 1557. They would never have thought that the two of them were above the Northern Devil's level. Not to mention them, even if the King of Shu comes, there are no tricks. After all, no one would have thought that killing an ordinary person would send two powerhouses above the Northern Demon level. Furthermore, no matter how you think about it, there will be two powerhouses of this level appearing. The Northern Devil brought Arudaya enough fear. Here, 2 at a time. The 6 people sneered at the corners of their mouths. You made the wrong person. He is the master of King Shu, you damn it. You leave quickly, you can't afford these 2 people. Levi Garrison glanced at the 6 people. Ho ho, Mr. Yat, you too underestimate us. Shu Tianwang can arrange us by your side to protect you, it is the trust in our strength. We, boom, puff, me. See. The words of a few people were still not finished, and a force of terror came like a wave of horror. The 6 people flew upside down like a kite with a broken line. There was an incredible look across their eyes. This is too strong, right? North Demon level. Or 2 at a time. Several people are dumbfounded. Going crazy. A Northern Demon can toss Arudaya miserably. It's pretty good for 2 of you. Unimaginable. And the appearance of such masters. The news spread, Arudaya sensation, the whole world sensation. After all, the Northern Devils, who were invited out by the Avengers at such a high price, actually have 2 here. Unless the 9 heavenly kings make a move together, they can only be killed with that set of combined attacks. Otherwise, there will be no way. This is over. Levi Garrison couldn't help but not say, even he had to finish it. The 2 had no words, but slowly walked towards Levi Garrison. You are going to die, and your daughter is going to die too. But we will kill your daughter first, and let you watch the scene of the child dying in front of you. Let you taste the loss of a loved one. The 2 are cold and merciless. Faced with this threat, Levi Garrison thought for the first time that the man behind the black dragon should be his father. It's not right. Heilong has such a powerful father, how could he become a sinner? Will you ruin your face? These were things that Levi Garrison didn't know. Bring it on. When the two masters start at the same time, they must first kill Lavilia. No. The 6 guards made horrified sounds. Boom. But when one person was about to take Lavilia away, a force bombarded them. Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding. The two masters were bombarded and flew out more than 10 meters at the same time. 4 traces of black scorch appeared on the ground. It's like a tire breaks quickly. Horrified. Unbelievable. The two masters and the 6 guards were dumbfounded. You, are you not an ordinary person? How could you? The two masters are crazy. The 6 guards were stunned on the spot. This is not just a problem for ordinary people. Levi Garrison can defeat 2 northern demon-level powerhouses with one blow. Dad is great. Dad is great. Lavilia clapped his little hands. I see, the last time the people sent to kill you disappeared, you killed them yourself. The two masters reacted instantly. Well, smart. Levi Garrison smiled. So what? We are so much stronger than the North Demon. If you are the only one, we still kill it. The two masters have a mystery of confidence. Levi Garrison smiled too. It just so happened that he was going to test how strong he is now. Unlucky for you, Dad is great. Lavilia scared the road. Chapter 1558. Kill. The two masters rushed to Levi Garrison to kill. The two didn't leave any hands. Shot is a terrifying ultimate move. Within a kilometer of the surrounding area, abandoned buildings, trees, and flowers burst into pieces in an instant. It seems to have been bombarded by coverage. It was razed to the ground in an instant. The huge area became scorched. Horrible as the end. This is the horror of 2 strong men who are stronger than the North Devil at the same time. Fortunately, the place where Levi Garrison was leaving was an abandoned area. Otherwise, there will be countless deaths and injuries. At this moment, even the sky became red, as if dripping blood. The 6 guards sent by King Shu were all frightened. Who can stand this? It's just that Levi Garrison's mouth has a chuckle. He moved. Ignore the attacks of the two masters. Appeared in front of the two in an instant. The speed and defense made the two dumbfounded. Is that human being? Boom. Boom. Photographed by Tianling Gai facing the two. The two fell straight. There was no movement. Dad, what's the matter with them? Lavilia asked curiously. Levi Garrison smiled, they were just fainted by their dad. Nothing. It turned out that although he could win against the North Demon, it would take some time. But now, 2 powerhouses who are stronger than the Northern Devil, he can instantly crush them. I seem to be a bit too strong, right? This. The 6 guards looked dumbfounded. Levi Garrison obviously abolished his martial arts, Messiah Jaoran also specially blocked and destroyed his martial arts. He can no longer practice martial arts for life, just an ordinary person. In the end, there is nothing to say, but it is stronger than before? 2 existences stronger than the North Demon were killed by him at the same time? What kind of strength is this? I. Everyone's mouth trembled, looking crazy. Don't kill us! Don't kill us! They naturally understood that this was Levi Garrison's biggest secret. Knowing his secret, it is normal to be killed. Several people knelt and begged for mercy. Life and death are between Levi Garrison's thoughts. Levi Garrison smiled, I won't kill you. But you have to listen to me. Understand? Everyone kowtowed on the ground. After Levi Garrison confessed, he left here with Lavilia in his arms. Several people quickly disposed of the body. At this moment, the big event in Northampton has reached Messiah's ears. It's not good. A certain abandoned area in the southwest of Northampton was razed to the ground. I don't rule out the possibility of bombing, but we haven't found any traces of fighters in the North Hampton Theatre. I now suspect that it was a masterpiece who made the shot, and it should be no less than the North Demon. Hi! The North Demon! Hurry up and ask King Shu to find out what's going on. King Shu was ordered to go to the abandoned area to inquire. After arriving at the scene, King Shu Tian was taken aback. Horrible! This is a North Demon level master. Hurry up and tell the other 8 heavenly kings and Messiah that there is a North Demon level powerhouse in Northampton, and he is currently missing. In addition, send all the power to investigate. King Shu was already in a cold sweat. Why did you appear in Northampton? What's in Northampton? Could it be, Master? King Shu suddenly thought that the North Demon level master was coming towards Levi Garrison. Not good, dangerous. The King of Shu rushed to the royal villa non-stop. When he arrived nearby, King Shu saw several men hiding in the dark. He breathed a sigh of relief. The presence of these people shows that Levi Garrison is safe. Have you encountered a North Demon level powerhouse? King Shu asked casually. But the 6 of them looked weird. Chapter 1559. Of course I have encountered it. Still too. They witnessed everything with their own eyes not long ago. Hey? Have you met? King Shu saw that several people were abnormal. No, no. What's wrong with King Shu? There is a North Demon level powerhouse in Northampton. It's terrible, right? Thinking of Levi Garrison's explanation, several people immediately changed the subject. Yes, a North Demon level powerhouse has appeared. I am afraid that he will come to deal with the Master. What's going on? Tell me right away. After King Shu left, several people let out a long sigh of relief. You remember, Mr. Ye must never be revealed. Everyone nodded to each other. In the Northampton area, the message of North Demon level powerhouses spread like wildfire. For a while, Arudaya was panicking everywhere. Later, Arudaya released a notice through TV or the media to let everyone rest assured that nothing will happen. Even if a master of the North Demon level appears, Arudaya still has 9 heavenly kings. No one needs to be afraid. Zoe looked at Levi Garrison, who was staring at the TV, and smiled. Although you said that you are an ordinary person, you still care about Arudaya. If you are still there, I am afraid that you have already gone out to find this person. Right. Levi Garrison just smiled and didn't reply. What else are you looking for? They were all killed by him. But he was very curious about the people behind the Black Dragon. You can send out 2 strong men who are stronger than the North Devil to kill yourself at will. What kind of background does this have? He suddenly heard a sentence that the prison elder said there are a part of this world that live in the abyss. Don't be curious and try to check them. When you stare at the abyss also stares at you. The old man's words are simple. It means that there are a lot of things you don't know in the big world. This thing includes things and people, as well as secrets and so on. Just like the old man in prison. So far, Levi Garrison didn't know his identity. The old man is like a god. Omnipotent. So there are still many existences in this world that you don't understand. The figure behind the Black Dragon is the tip of the mysterious iceberg. Call. Levi Garrison took a long breath. No wonder Heilung's files can't be found in the slightest. You must know that the information of all the members of the other Avengers has been found. Except for the Black Dragon. That shows that his background is scary. It is beyond the normal category. Even the hidden powers like the 4 great gate valves can't even imagine the existence. I don't know what master they will send next. Levi Garrison muttered to himself. I am so grateful to my teacher. Had it not been for him, he would have died a long time ago. The enemy is so powerful, what can you use to block it? Somewhere in the deep outskirts of Arudaya Fengtian city, there is a small village hidden in the snow-capped mountains. There are wooden houses everywhere. In a wooden house, several people are grilling on the stove. These people are the ones who practice Tai Chi in the park. It's not good, they failed. The people who went to kill Levi Garrison disappeared again. At this moment someone came running and shouted loudly. Heilong's father heard, what? Disappeared again? Do you know what's going on? Others also asked. The man shook his head, I don't know. It's strange to say that the two masters who went to kill Levi Garrison this time were better than the North Devil. How could they disappear? Unless the 9 heavenly kings join forces, no one can be the opponent of the two. A cold light flashed in the eyes of Heilong's father, so there are other experts around Levi Garrison. Chapter 1560. Do not rule out this possibility, otherwise, how could they disappear? Other humane. That's not right. The two teams sent out this time are both better than the North Devil. How can Levi Garrison have people who kill them? I don't think we should act rashly. Or find out what's going on first, so as not to cause unnecessary trouble. Someone suggested. The old man in the black gown looked angry. It's anxious, I'll go kill Levi Garrison myself. My son can't die in vain. Yes, the third brother can't die in vain. It's really impossible for us to join the world to kill. The two brothers of Heilong exude terrible murderous aura. Judging from the aura of the two, they were much more powerful than the two sent to kill Levi Garrison. No. Both of your brothers are powerful at the supreme level. Once you join the WDO, it will cause great turmoil, see. If they knew about it, it would be in trouble. The previous powerhouses were judged by God level and Grand Master. For example, the North Demon. It is the strongest in the Grand Master level. But there are levels above the Master. That is the Supreme Class. But the Supreme Class is 100 times rarer than the Master. At present, the information about the Supreme Powers is sealed in Messiah's most confidential archives. Messiah has never heard of it. Because for 100 years, I have never heard of it. But if you haven't heard of it, it doesn't mean that there is none. It can only show that you are not at a level enough to reach it. Now Levi Garrison did indeed get in touch. The Supreme Powerhouse has appeared. The Supreme Level Powerhouse is equivalent to a lot of secrets that are beyond the norm. The real secrets are in the hands of very few. It calmed down for a while. Because Messiah is investigating, and Heilong's father is also investigating. The Eagle Nation is still investigating the cause of William II's death. It's just that all three parties have found nothing. The person involved, Levi Garrison, was at ease, smiling to see that they were so busy. But during this time Levi Garrison understood a truth. Just like what the mentor said. He has no way of being an ordinary person in his life. This is true for his wife and children. So Levi Garrison is already guiding Lavilia and Zoe to practice martial arts. They have a bit of strength, it's best to protect themselves. But Levi Garrison would not directly tell Zoe that she would practice martial arts. It is only slowly guided by some methods similar to Tai Chi. As for Lavilia, Levi Garrison is an all-round cultivation. Lavilia is still young, is a good seed, and learns quickly. A few days later, Lavilia was playing in a decent way. He yelled, "Grandma, Mom, and Dad, Lavilia will protect you from now on. From now on, Lavilia will be the god of war." Lavilia's big eyes were full of fighting spirit. Although Lavilia is well behaved, his personality is a bit like Levi Garrison. "Levi, I think you are idle. Retire from the position of god of war, and no subordinates can practice. Let's train with both Lavilia and Niang. Emma glared at Levi Garrison. Zoe smiled and said, Mom, don't tell me. I feel that my body is obviously getting better. Well, I'll join you tomorrow. Emma said. Sister-in-law, I also want to join. Jonanyan also raised his hand. Good job, everyone. Levi Garrison smiled. He understood a profound truth: the best protection is to make them stronger. Every day from now on, everyone can see Levi Garrison and several people playing Tai Chi like fist in the open space. As everyone knows, this is the peerless technique taught to Levi Garrison by the old man. Fool, right? Tai Chi for a family? It's a shame. Chapter list, click here. Post navigation. Previous post. Next post. 7 Thoughts on the Return of the God of War, the Protector, Chapter 1560. Edna. July 16, 2021 at 4:19 p.m. Nice chapters. Thanks admin. More chapters please. We'll stick to this novel till the end no matter what happens to the hero. Reply. Letitia. July 16, 2021 at 7:21 p.m. What twist of the story from strong to weak and back to become stronger. In addition, this story depicts the human nature. The negative values such as being selfish, ungrateful, boastful, and the like. But also of positive traits such as love of family and country and many others. As such, you can't wait to read the succeeding chapters. As always, I said from the start up to now, I love the story very much and I really commend the author for his bright imagination and zeal. I also am grateful to the admin for the effort of sharing this story online. Thumbs up. Chapter 1561. Everyone sneered when they saw Levi Garrison's family practicing Tai Chi. Their behavior is too ridiculous to outsiders. Children, adults, and old people practice together, it's so funny. Especially after Song Kui knew about it. It was even more embarrassing. But Emma and the others didn't even think that their bodies would improve a lot invisibly. Even Emma is getting younger. This is still Levi Garrison deliberately controlling. Otherwise, add all kinds of magic medicine to the cultivation. They can all become strong in a very short time. Soon, Levi Garrison discovered that Lavilia's martial arts talent was too high and too high. The 9 heavenly kings were trained by him. He was also selected from hundreds of millions of people in Arudaya. Nature represents the highest talent. But compared with Lavilia, it's a far cry. Lavilia's talent is the highest that Levi Garrison has ever seen. The things taught her can not only learn, but also draw inferences. It is estimated that it will not be long before Lavilianan and Chen Wuodeo and his ilk can break their wrists. This is an unimaginable speed. In other words, Lavilia is born a martial arts wizard. A week later, seeing that Levi Garrison was still taking a few people to practice, Song Kui and Zhang Wentao couldn't bear it. Levi Garrison, do you tickle if you don't practice your hands all day? You always like to practice others, so what is your own strength? I heard that your martial art has been abolished and you can't practice martial arts for life? So you pin your hopes on Lavilia. Song Kui laughed. According to the disclosure of the Emperor's issue and others, the fact that Levi Garrison's martial art has been abolished is no longer news. Anyone with a little background knows that Levi Garrison can't practice martial arts for life. Levi Garrison, can you beat me now? If I move you, do you dare to fight back? Zhang Wentao relied on learning something from the clan of Zishu, so he wanted to take the opportunity to bully Levi Garrison. You are not allowed to bully Dad. Lavilia jumped up one step at a time and kicked Zhang Wentao in the face. Boom! The exaggeration is that Zhang Wentao flew out after encountering a car accident-like force. Hit the wall hard. Horrified. The audience was horrified. No one thought that Lavilia could have such explosive power. Zhang Wentao is no ordinary adult. He has studied martial arts for more than a year in the clan of Zishu. I was kicked more than 10 meters away by a kid. This matter quickly spread throughout the West Shu Gate clan. Lavilia's martial arts talent is so high? It would be a shame to let her be an ordinary person. She should be cultivated into a genius. Many people in the West Shu Gate plan to accept the monarch as apprentices. It is definitely a good story to have a female master in the future. King Shu and Messiah soon learned of this. Of course they must marvel at Lavilia's talent. But on the other hand, I have to marvel at Levi Garrison's coaching ability. Even if his martial art is destroyed, his knowledge of martial arts is still there. Especially when he was so strong before, he also cultivated 9 heavenly kings. He still has great value. I think Levi Garrison can take up the position of instructor to cultivate more masters. Look at how he taught such a young daughter so much. That's right, it just happens that Levi Garrison personally trained this technique, so it's perfect for him to guide the students of Qianlong project. Yes, and he can only guide, but not martial arts, there is no threat. It couldn't be more appropriate. But where they want to get it, Levi Garrison is unparalleled in battle. Chapter 1562. He has come to a realm that no one can imagine. The people who want to kill him are all supreme. Hire Levi Garrison as the chief instructor of the Qianlong project. It just so happens that a new batch of talented seedlings of Qianlong project have been found. Levi Garrison also didn't think that Lavilia's shot could cause such a big chain reaction. At least dozens of people from the Western Shumen clan were eyeing Lavilia to rush to accept Lavilia as an apprentice. Zoe still wants Lavilia to be an ordinary person. But Lavilia showed amazing talent. She can't be an ordinary person anymore. M.BG. The entire Zishu clan will not let it go. I heard that Lavilia has this talent. The Emperor of Zishu and Tang Beidao rushed from Zishu to rush to accept this apprentice. In the end, more than a dozen high-level officials from the Western Shu family were clamoring for the king. Finally, it was unanimously decided to meet. Levi Garrison and Zoe received a notice and asked them to take Lavilia to the meeting. No. What qualifications do they have to be the master of the monarch? Levi Garrison certainly didn't agree. Now in his eyes, Tang Beidao is not influential. Not to mention other people. Hush! Keep your voice down, it will be troublesome for others to hear it. Zoe reminded. Now the senior officials of the Western Shu Gates have taken a fancy to Lavilia's talents, and soon. It is estimated that the other 3 gates will also be appreciated. Maybe they will come to grab Lavilia at that time. Who would dare I turn them upside down? Levi Garrison shot out cold light in his eyes. Don't get excited. Rather than let Lavilia go to other places, it's better to be accepted as an apprentice by a master of the Western Shu family. At least family members, let's rest assured. This is Zoe's consideration. Since I can't hide, it's better to choose a better master for Lavilia. No, I don't agree. How can my children of Levi Garrison be guided by your trash? If you don't go, I'll take Lavilia. Zoe led Lavilia to the chamber. Levi Garrison had no choice but to keep up. In the Lopez family chamber, the atmosphere is serious. Everyone was cold. But after seeing Lavilia, everyone was happy. Everyone wants to hug Lavilia. Lavilia was scared to hide behind Zoe. When Tang Beidao saw Levi Garrison, he smiled and said, I really didn't expect your child to have this talent. Since Levi Garrison's martial arts were destroyed, he also resigned from the Levi's squad and returned to his place. He was neither arrogant nor afraid of Levi Garrison. After all, Levi Garrison is just an ordinary person. Of course. Levi Garrison sneered. Seeing Levi Garrison, the Emperor Xi Shu just nodded. Now Levi Garrison is no longer the master of the four gates. If you don't drive him out, even if you are in the past. Today, the 17 high-ranking members of the Zisha clan are all here. We have a meeting to decide who will accept the monarch as disciples. Also refer to her parents' opinions, said the Emperor Zishu. Yes, just let the child's parents talk about who should Lavilia talk to. Come on, Zoe, tell me. Lavilia is the most suitable for me. They are all big masters, how can Lavilia be a little girl with them? It was the fourth sister of the Western Shu Emperor who was the only woman among them. How do you talk? This is a world where strength is respected. What does it have to do with gender? Others expressed dissatisfaction. And si, should you consider it? I think Lavilia and anyone can do it. Zoe took a deep breath. Who do you think Levi Garrison is with? Tang Baidao asked. You are not worthy. Chapter 1563. The language is not surprising and endless. As soon as Levi Garrison's words came out, the audience was deadly silent. Not worthy of the 17 most powerful members of the Zisha clan? Who else will match? Zoe, standing next to Levi Garrison, was trembling like a sinking ice cave. She also didn't expect Levi Garrison to say such words in front of these supreme beings. That's it. I'm going to anger them. Tang Baidao and others were stunned. If it was the former Levi Garrison, he was fully qualified to say this. But now he is just an ordinary person. M.Bg. Dare to say they are not worthy? Levi Garrison, what do you mean? Are you provoking us? Or do you look down on the clan of Zishu? Everyone was angry. I really look down on you. You are really unworthy. My daughter will do as long as there is my guidance, no need for you. Levi Garrison was determined. Zoe was silly. Is this offending everyone? Are you crazy? Levi Garrison, what qualifications do you have to say this? You are looking for death. Believe it or not, I killed you on the spot. A bit more grumpy, he locked Levi Garrison directly with murderous aura. Anxious, they dare to kill. In their world, there are too many constraints. In an instant, Zoe was frightened. Levi Garrison really thought we didn't dare to kill you? You have repeatedly provoked, really don't take my Zisha clan seriously. Levi Garrison looked at everyone, and he smiled, if you want to kill me, you have to have that ability. Seeing that the atmosphere of rattling swords is on the verge of breaking out, Tang Baidao stood up and said angrily, shut up. Levi Garrison Linian is in love, let you go today. And your daughter is a bit talented, but this talent is so terrible that everyone can snatch it. She is not worthy. Others echoed, yes, she is just talented, but not the most talented. Your child has missed the best opportunity. We don't plan to accept her anymore. Blame you if you are to blame. Everyone couldn't bear this tone. Do not accept the king as a disciple. In everyone's opinion, it is not necessary for you. But this is indeed their own mistake. In other words, their ability and cognition are not enough. It's not enough to see Lavilia's true talent. Lavilia's talent is said to be unparalleled. At that time, when Lavilia's talent was truly revealed, the Zisha family clan was so regretful that their intestines were blue. Of course, this is something. Hurry up and take your child. I won't care about it next time. Tang Baidao looked cold. This time he was really thinking about his old love, letting Levi Garrison a horse. Levi Garrison shook his head ridiculously. Hold Lavilia and leave. Soon after, King Shu and Messiah came to look for Levi Garrison in person. Let him be the deputy instructor of Qianlong project. Levi Garrison looked indifferent, anyway, I'm teaching my daughter, so if they want, they can follow along. I only ask for this. Levi Garrison was really not interested in the chief instructor or the deputy instructor. Of course you can, as long as you serve as an instructor. We will arrange the rest. A few days later, the 100 talented seedlings of the Qianlong project have been assembled. There are a total of 4 instructors this time. 1 chief instructor and 3 deputy instructors. Each has a great background. The chief instructor is hired from international. He integrates all modern and ancient training methods, and can develop people's potential to the extreme. When Levi Garrison brought Lavilia to the Qianlong project base, everyone was stunned. What the hell is the little girl? Chapter 1564. The others were stunned. Because those who came to participate in the Qianlong project were all elite geniuses selected from hundreds of millions of people. One is more arrogant than the other. Everyone is the number one posture in the world. But when I saw a little girl who was going to participate in the training program with them, everyone was dumbfounded. I didn't agree. Our instructor has an ordinary person, so he will endure it. Now here is a little kid, let us train with her? Are you kidding me? Everyone showed strong dissatisfaction. Especially the seedlings of this genius were all cultivated from major hidden powers or some hidden tissues. Most people are trapped in an isolated place, just practicing martial arts, and don't know everything about the outside world. They didn't know Levi Garrison before, or even heard of it. So for them, what happened to Levi Garrison's child? Yes, what's the matter with the kid? Give us an explanation. Levi Garrison glanced at them contemptuously and said, "Sorry, I only teach my daughter to practice martial arts. You are just here for a lesson." The words are not surprising, Levi Garrison said this. All members of the Qianlong project were stunned. The CO author of Levi Garrison means that he is training his daughter, and everyone else is licking their faces to rub the class? Hundreds of geniuses are the foils of this little girl? Everyone is a genius seedling selected from hundreds of millions of people. Where can I take this breath? One by one on the spot. You are insulting us. You are not worthy of being our instructor. We don't need you to train. There was almost no one who was not angry. Little did it know that Levi Garrison was wrong. They are here to make a lesson. But this class is better than any of their training plans. Just make a profit. Let everyone benefit infinitely. What is the use of such an instructor? Isn't this here to bring the children? Hurry back and take the kids. Everyone feels insulted. Levi Garrison was here to bring the children, but he served as an instructor for them? Calm down everyone. Although instructor yet is an ordinary person, he has a deep knowledge of martial arts. He is qualified to teach you. Messiah immediately stood up. Okay, let's see what he can teach. If all things taught are useless, we will definitely force him to leave. Everyone stared at Levi Garrison angrily. The person in charge of Messiah promised, "Don't worry, instructor Ye won't let you down." Soon, the rest of the instructors all arrived. Chief Instructor Jason, Arudaya's name is Jin Fengtian. His ancestral home is Arudaya, and he became the nationality of the War Eagle country more than 10 years ago. He is the most famous special instructor in the world. Proficient in Arudaya martial arts, Dongdao Kendo, various ancient martial arts in the West End. Modern training methods. He trained many strong people. He trained the gods of war in 12 Western countries. It is claimed to be able to develop a person's potential to the extreme. There are also 2 deputy instructors. One is Li Chang'an, Messiah's strongest instructor. Both strength and instructor ability. One is a master of physical training in the Thai kingdom of Dongfangs Hu, nicknamed the Beast God. The art of refining the body he is proficient in can build a human physique comparable to the strongest beast. Plus Levi Garrison and which powerful technique. It is the most perfect system. Enough to make Qianlong plan to create a god. These genius seedlings saw the other three instructors with completely different attitudes. They all bowed, their faces full of respect. Chapter 1565. Martial arts can be different from sports. A basketball coach, he doesn't need to know how to play, he only knows how to use tactics. You can tune a lot of basketball superstars. The same goes for other sports. But martial arts are different. General instructors and masters are definitely top masters. They can teach genius. But now Levi Garrison is an ordinary person. For example, he can't demonstrate it himself when he teaches a exercise. How to teach others? Let alone teach the profound meaning. So everyone is not convinced by Levi Garrison. Especially after he took his daughter and said something. Everyone couldn't respect Levi Garrison. That's why they have completely different attitudes towards the other three instructors. Of the three instructors, except for Li Chang'an, the other two were also mocking Levi Garrison. Then the Qianlong project officially began. The first item: choose whether to practice the exercises handed over by Levi Garrison. As a result, there is no one choice. After all, there are lessons to be learned. The first group of 100 people chose to practice this exercise, and they all became useless. I can't practice for a lifetime. So everyone didn't believe in this practice, nor did they believe in Levi Garrison. Some people even said that Levi Garrison didn't hand over the real exercises at all. Everyone would rather have a low achievement than take this risk. Another is that everyone is too high-spirited. Because they hated Levi Garrison, everyone was unwilling to practice his exercises. Always thinking of practicing other techniques to surpass Levi Garrison before. If you don't practice, don't practice. I train Lavilia, and they just follow. Levi Garrison didn't mind. Now the mentor has given him too much knowledge. He has a lot of cards in his hand. As long as these boys learn a little bit of fur, their future achievements will not be low. I don't think it is possible to build a strong person by relying on this method. You have to integrate 100 schools of exercises and the most scientific training methods. Jin Fengtian made a detailed training plan. Hundreds of erudite exercises, East Island Kendo, and various ancient martial arts secrets from Western continent are all integrated for training. There are also various modern medicines to increase body strength and develop potential. Finally, there are a variety of modern equipment blessings, such as special armor and so on. The purpose is to create the strongest fighter. After Jin Fengtian was dug back to Arudaya by heavy money and many favorable conditions, he almost devoted all of it. His training plan was approved by Messiah. Let Messiah give up Levi Garrison's technique. I think it can be replaced. I agree. I agree. The other two instructors agreed. We agree too. The students showed expectant expressions one after another. This training program is brand new. They have never heard of it. They look forward to becoming strong. You guys train, just come and practice with me in your free time. Levi Garrison said it didn't matter. After the Qianlong project started, Levi Garrison asked Messiah about the first batch of 100 people. Ah! They are completely useless. Like you, they can't practice martial arts for life. What do you ask them to do? The person in charge of Messiah was surprised. They are all useless because of me. Let me see what's wrong. Levi Garrison asked. Well, then you come with me. Finally, Levi Garrison was taken to a place. 100 abandoned genius seedlings are locked in one place like criminals. After seeing them, Levi Garrison smiled, I can only practice now. Because they are completely useless, but they are enough to practice which exercise standard. Chapter 1566. Levi Garrison finally knew why the first batch of Qianlong project failed. It's right to not break or stand. Qianlong plan followed suit. Can deliberately abolish the body without reaching the point of broken. Levi Garrison had improved because of this technique several times before. It's all his life and death moments. Every time it is put to death and reborn. Either live or die. Levi Garrison has the belief in winning. He wants to survive. M.Bg. He can't die. So every time this technique can bring surprises to Levi Garrison. Give him a new lease of life. It has greatly increased his strength. But Qianlong's plan is different. Everyone's breaking is deliberate. Abolish martial arts by oneself, and abolish one's body to forcefully meet this standard. It is not a desperate situation at all. All you want is to practice this technique to make yourself stronger. There is no belief at all. Levi Garrison wanders on the verge of death every time. Strong willpower and thirst for survival flooded him. It is different from the students of Qianlong Project. They want to become stronger and learn this technique. But Levi Garrison just wanted to survive. That's why he can practice this exercise. This is the root. No wonder the cultivation of 100 geniuses is simply not useful. Instead, everyone was completely abolished. A smile crossed the corner of Levi Garrison's mouth. In his opinion, now is the best time. Because all of them are completely abolished. There is no hope in this life. Like a wild dog. For this group of once proud geniuses, there is no difference from death. This is their desperate situation. They are eager to return to normal. Desire to return to the top. This is the real break situation. It was almost desperate with Levi Garrison. These people at this moment have strong beliefs. It's time for them to practice which technique is suitable. I really don't understand what you are doing to see them. They are just failed experiments. A bunch of useless people. It's a Rudaya who is raising a bunch of trash now. Every day I linger, I can only wait for death. This is everyone's attitude towards the first batch of failed members. They are even humbler than the beggars and tramps on the street. It is difficult for most people to move. Look at this group of trash for yourself. I'm upset when I see them. The person who brought Levi Garrison here, looked at everyone in disgust and left. Levi Garrison, what are you doing? Are you here to humiliate us? If it weren't for your exercises, could we become useless? We are like dogs now, we can only wait to die every day. Everyone was crazy when they saw Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison is everyone's real enemy. It was Levi Garrison's technique that turned them into this way. No, I'm here to give you a chance to be born again. Levi Garrison smiled. What? Let us be born again. Does it bring us back to normal? Impossible. Everyone was surprised. Levi Garrison nodded, yes, it's wrong. Let all of you return to normal. Impossible. Most people naturally don't believe it. But a few people immediately scolded, everyone, keep your voice down. They looked at Levi Garrison, how to say? Remember which exercise I handed over? Levi Garrison asked. You are humiliating us. I can't wait to kill you. Everyone seemed crazy when they heard this exercise. No, everyone, be quiet. Listen to what he said. Xiao Feng shouted one of them. Listen to me, now you are suitable for this exercise. It not only restores you to normal, but also doubles your strength. Chapter 1567. Hiss. As soon as Levi Garrison said this, the audience was full of cold breath. This practice ruined their lives. Now it is said that it will restore them and double their strength. How can it be? Levi Garrison, did you deliberately? We are all like this, and you have to sprinkle salt on our wounds. Everyone present did not believe that the exercises that harmed them would become their hope of regaining a new life. Listen to me, there was nothing wrong with your cultivation method before. It's just that you didn't break it thoroughly enough. Now is your desperate situation. Levi Garrison explained briefly. The scene gradually fell silent. Me see. Everyone thinks what Levi Garrison said makes sense. Now you listen to my arrangements and start practicing this exercise from the beginning. I have completed this exercise. You should practice it quickly. Levi Garrison said. It's just that most people looked at Levi Garrison hesitantly, and still didn't believe him. At this time, Xiao Feng stepped forward again. We are all like this, no matter how bad the situation is, where can it get worse? If there is hope, we will give it a try. Do you want others to look down on for a lifetime? Do you want to be a dog for a lifetime? I don't want to. Go out, give it a try. Everyone is willing to give it a try. Everyone started to practice. Listen to me, this matter must be kept secret. If you let others know, you might have no hope at all. Levi Garrison persuaded. Understand? If this technique works, let us recover. From now on, the lives of the 100 of us will be yours. Xiao Feng shouted. Okay, I'm waiting for that day. Levi Garrison smiled. He believes that these 100 people will definitely become an invincible teacher. It will definitely exceed the second batch of 100 people in the Qianlong project. Of course, no one believes this. Can an ordinary person destroyed by martial arts train 100 disabled people into invincible teachers? Who would believe it? This is impossible. But what Levi Garrison and Xiao Feng and 100 people did was to make the impossible possible. Only with this belief can you practice this exercise. After leaving here, Levi Garrison discussed with the person in charge whether he could give him the 100 of Xiao Feng. What do you want these 100 people to do? Guilt. The other party is very curious. What do you want 100 dead people who will never be able to practice martial arts? Is the brain sick? Forget it. A little guilty. Levi Garrison nodded. Fine, all these 100 people are a burden to be honest. Give it to you. The person in charge is anxious to throw out these burdens. It happened that Levi Garrison was about to ask. It's all to Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison asked 100 people to be taken away and found a quiet place in Northampton for them to practice martial arts. Later, Levi Garrison took Lavilia to start training. After finishing the special training from the other 3 instructors, the trainees who had time came to look for Levi Garrison. Actually want to see what Levi Garrison can guide? After coming, everyone was stunned. What Levi Garrison asked Lavilia to practice was something as simple as Tai Chi. It looks ordinary, not as good as the old man in the park. Watching where the father and daughter are practicing. Everyone laughed. Oh my god, am I wrong? This is the training subject of Qianlong project? I'm going crazy. What is this? Sorry, this is to cultivate the strongest combat power for Arudaya, not to exercise. Everyone made a disdainful voice. Chapter 1568. Everyone wanted to force Levi Garrison away directly. But if you change your mind and do it directly, there may be insufficient reasons. Messiah might not agree. The best way is to learn from Levi Garrison first. Over time, if there is no effect, there can be enough reasons to kick him away. In everyone's eyes, practicing Tai Chi with Levi Garrison has no effect at all. This is completely a play for children. Coax it to play. However, everyone did not speak, but actively joined Levi Garrison's training. Levi Garrison had already seen the intentions of these boys. But he didn't speak. It's just carrying out his training. Instruct everyone accordingly. But this guide is a bit too pediatric in everyone's opinion. For example, the training of student Su Mingxian is repeated water-carrying runs. For example, the training of student Hu Yuxing is to repeatedly climb the mountain. As soon as everyone's training subjects came out, everyone was dumbfounded. What is this? Is Levi Garrison playing around? This should be the subject that Arudaya warriors just enlisted in the army, right? Why didn't you come to stand in the military posture? This is the most basic training project. But what about these students? All are martial arts masters. Elected from hundreds of millions of people. All of them are master-level powerhouses. Actually going to practice these pediatrics. They are all mad. But in order to drive Levi Garrison away, they endured it. Instead, they actively completed all the tasks assigned to them by Levi Garrison. Secretly, everyone's evaluation of Levi Garrison was very bad. Even most people think that Levi Garrison was deliberate. Little did it know that Levi Garrison was the one who taught me everything. The marvelous war techniques taught by the old man and so on. He used this simple way to teach these students. For example, repeatedly carrying water and running, Levi Garrison actually taught different things in it. The running route set for him is to train his most subtle body skills. And make different training programs according to each person. Exploit their potential to the maximum. There is no doubt that what Levi Garrison teaches everyone is the best at them. If you keep training with Levi Garrison, the future achievements are no less than those of the 9 kings. Even higher. It's just that no one will understand. The training plan is going on every day. Lavilia's talent is truly amazing, and his progress is so rapid. These students also improved rapidly, more than 3 times faster than the other 3 instructors expected. But they all thought it was because of the other 3 instructors that it had nothing to do with Levi Garrison's teaching of pediatrics. Little did they know that their main contribution was Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison's special and simple training program developed their potential and made their strength soar. On the other side, Xiao Feng and other 100 abandoned people, after a period of practice. I was surprised to find that they had recovered. Once their bodies were completely abolished, and various meridians were necrotic, but now they have recovered. Everyone has recovered. Great news! Xiao Feng and the 4 or 5 talented people have not only recovered, and the strength is still advancing by leaps and bounds. They are ecstatic. The exercises are effective. Levi Garrison is not a lie. At this moment, they saw hope. Levi Garrison brings light to them. It's their parents. From now on, the lives of 100 of us will belong to Yan people. 100 of them were raised as animals. They are not as good as dogs. But now there is hope. Chapter 1569. They are so eager to recover one day. Tell everyone that they are still geniuses. Finally come. All this is given by Levi Garrison. We have to work harder and don't let Yan people down. Understand? Xiao Feng shouted at everyone. After the Qianlong plan failed, they were abandoned by Messiah. Abandoned by Shimin Master. Abandoned by family parents and sisters. Everyone is sighing. We are all looking forward to the day of Phoenix Nirvana. M.BG. Seeing them achieve such results, Levi Garrison smiled sincerely. All apprentices have achieved considerable results. He was delighted in his heart. On this day, the trainees of the Qianlong project came again to participate in the training organized by Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison looked at everyone and said with a smile, "Well, they are all good. The initial results. You have to continue and persist in completing the tasks I gave you. You will have a lot of opportunities. Now that you taste the sweetness, don't be proud. Be calm." Everyone held back their laughter. Is he a fool? I really think we improved, he taught it. Does it have anything to do with him? Many such voices sounded in the team. Everyone agreed that their improvement during this period had nothing to do with Levi Garrison. Besides, is it strange that that kind of pediatric training program can be improved? Listening to everyone's broken thoughts, Levi Garrison took it seriously. Although you have improved very quickly, you are far from reaching my expectations. You know? The first batch of students of Qianlong Project next door improve faster than you. Because they are desperate. They are more serious than you. Levi Garrison said. Ha 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 ha. As a result, everyone burst into laughter. We are not improving quickly? Instructor Jin Fengtian said, we are the students he has met with. The fastest improvement. I can increase my strength 3 times in such a short period of time, so what else? Do you have a false name? You don't understand it at all. Everyone questioned Levi Garrison. Slow is slow. This speed is really not fast, it can only be said that Jin Bongtian has seen the world. Levi Garrison sneered. He still took Lavilia and himself as examples. The speed of their father and daughter's progress is completely rockets. Levi Garrison, please pay attention to your words, saying we can, but Coach Jin Fengtian can't. Everyone is going to be angry. In the training base, they most admire the 3 instructors such as Jin Fengtian. Levi Garrison said they couldn't. No wonder, I heard people say that you took away all the first batch of 100 unsuccessful people. Do you still want to train them to be strong? Yes, didn't he just say that those people are progressing much faster than us? Everyone suddenly thought of this. One after another asked Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison nodded, yes, it's wrong. Whether from the perspective of the whole or the individual. They are making progress faster than you. Hearing Levi Garrison's calm answer. 100 people are going to explode. Levi Garrison didn't put them in his eyes at all. Repeatedly provoke them. This is unbearable. Good, we won't fight with you. Didn't you say that the 100 useless people are progressing faster than us? Well, let them come out and practice with us. If we lose, we are convinced. Yes, let them come out and compare us. Everyone shouted. Chapter 1570. Levi Garrison's words stimulated them. Are they inferior to a bunch of useless people? This is unbearable. You will have a chance to compare. But not now. Levi Garrison said. Ha 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 ha. You are just talking big. That group of dead people can't practice martial arts for life, and can't even recover. Not to mention any progress. Levi Garrison is here to attack us, think of a better reason anyway. I heard that Levi Garrison's law arrangement was compared. Everyone was happy. M.BG. I think Levi Garrison is making a joke. Levi Garrison, you must apologize to us, to instructor Jin Fengtian. Xiao Xingtian, the strongest among the students, pointed to Levi Garrison and said angrily. Yes, you owe us an apology. You owe instructor Jin an apology. Everyone shouted. Resolute attitude. Undoubtedly. It seems that if Levi Garrison doesn't apologize, he can't get out of here. The movement here quickly attracted the attention of the other 3 instructors and the person in charge of Qianlong Project. They rushed over one after another. What happened? Several people asked one after another. Everyone told Jin Fengtian what had happened just now. What? I have never seen the world? Ha ha ha. Jin Fengtian smiled. The body refiner of the Tai Kingdom also laughed. Their skills have always been at the top of the world. How could they have never seen the world? Jin Fengtian glared at Levi Garrison with a sneer and said, I dare to say that these students are the ones who have made the most progress in my experience. There can be no faster than this. Wrong. This rate of progress was unheard of before. The person in charge of Messiah, Li Chang'an, and the master of physical training also said one after another. Such rapid progress made them more affirmation of Jin Fengtian's training plan. Relying on this training plan, you can definitely create a new word side by side. There may be more than 3, or even 10. This made Messiah see hope. All this was brought to them by Jin Fengtian. So they all believed in Jin Bongqian unconditionally. As everyone knows, the students' crazy progress is mainly due to Levi Garrison's class. It has little to do with the other 3. No matter what instructor Ye said, you were wrong in this matter. You have to apologize to Instructor Jin, and to the students. The person in charge said. Levi Garrison smiled, what did I do wrong? Do I need to apologize? You are talking nonsense, you are despising Instructor Jin. Shouted the person in charge. But there is no way. The first batch of students next door progressed faster than them. But it still didn't reach the speed that I was satisfied with, so. What happened to you guys who have never seen the world? At present, the only thing Levi Garrison is satisfied with is Lavilia. Ha ha ha, I don't believe there is any improvement faster than them. No. Absolutely no. Jin Fengtian vetoed it in one fell swoop. If you haven't seen it, it doesn't mean that you don't have it. So you haven't seen it before. Levi Garrison smiled. But these words completely angered everyone present. Levi Garrison, you don't even realize your mistake. Don't you want to apologize? The crowd roared. I'm all wrong, why should I apologize? You have a problem in your mind. Levi Garrison looked at them like a fool. Okay, don't you apologize. I propose to expel Levi Garrison from the post of instructor. The reason is very simple, his training plan is pediatrics. This is well known. Xiao Xingtian suggested. I agree. I agree. All the students agreed. Chapter 1571. Everyone was watching Levi Garrison's training. Xiao Xingtian and other practitioners are indeed exaggerating. It's really like playing house. Practice something that is too basic. Still practice with a little kid. Carrying water, climbing mountains, practicing Tai Chi. Is this for fitness? Sorry, Qianlong project is to create a one-word king. How can I just play with it? Jin Fengtian reacted many times. I don't think Levi Garrison deserves to be an instructor. Me see. All were suppressed by the person in charge. Now, it broke out completely. If the students do not agree, the problem will be serious. Now the apology is useless. We all strongly demand that Levi Garrison be kicked out of the instructor position. Otherwise, we will not do it. All 100 students refused to agree. Jin Fengtian and Master Refining Skills also supported the expulsion of Levi Garrison. Messiah thought about his affection and wanted Levi Garrison to stay. After all, he wanted face. It can be seen from the effect. Levi Garrison's training is really a mess. Is it effective to practice some of the most basic things? Therefore, Levi Garrison was not useful in Qianlong project. Look, you should quit. For the good of both parties. The person in charge said tactfully. Yes, you leave quickly. You are here to delay these geniuses. I think if there is no obstacle from you, the speed of the students' improvement is not 3 times, but 5 times. Jin Fengtian said coldly. The trainees reacted one after another. Isn't it because participating in Levi Garrison's training hindered their progress? Without him, they might have increased 5-fold. Levi Garrison must leave. Otherwise, we leave. Everyone has a strong attitude. The person in charge and Li Chang'an looked at Levi Garrison embarrassedly. Look. Levi Garrison smiled and said, okay, then I will leave. But don't regret it. You are gone, it is too late for us to be happy, what do we regret? Xiao Xingtian was happy. Because if you don't have me to train you, you will not be able to improve. let alone improve. 3 times, it's hard to get half a point. Levi Garrison smiled. Jin Fengtian's training plan is good. But the potential of these genius seedlings is actually almost exploited. Redevelopment actually doesn't make much sense. You have to go from other directions, and everyone makes a plan to improve. Therefore, Jin Fengtian's training program will not improve these people much. It would be nice to be able to keep it up. Let alone 5 times, 7 times improvement. That is wishful thinking. Ha ha ha, I laughed. Levi Garrison doesn't have you interfere with us, we will definitely improve 5 times, even 7 times 10 times. If you don't believe me, wait and see. Xiao Xingtian shouted. Well, I'll wait and see. Levi Garrison shook his head helplessly. He really wanted to teach these kids skills. But they refused on their own, and they had to drive themselves away. I don't want this opportunity myself. Can't blame others. Go, Lavilia, let's go. Finally, Levi Garrison left the Qianlong project base. There was cheers in the base. It's like sending away some plague god. Next is the moment when we really take off. Xiao Xingtian and others were very excited. Well, I believe that everyone will definitely reach the top under the guidance of our 3 instructors. Jin Fengtian is also full of confidence. In their view, the progress of the students in the first stage was all contributed by them. There is nothing to do with Levi Garrison. Let's look forward to it in a month. Chapter 1572. In 1 month, they took a report card that had improved by at least 5 times, and slapped Levi Garrison's face fiercely. Look forward to. What impact did this incident have on Levi Garrison? He just practiced them incidentally when he was practicing Lavilia. After returning to Northampton, Levi Garrison went to see Xiaofeng's 100 people specially. These 100 people are really desperate for sleepless nights and foods. They all sighed. Rely on strong faith to fight hard. Benefactor. You will be our benefactor in the future. We will do everything for you. 100 people in Xiaofeng knelt on the ground. You can recover and become stronger, I am happy too. Levi Garrison smiled. He smiled at the few people who had been arranged by King Shu to protect him. Let's practice together, anyway, idleness is also idleness. These people are excited about the training. I look forward to the day when these 100 wastes will shine. During this period, Messiah and Chu Tianwang have been investigating. But there is always the footprint of the North Demon class powerhouse. The most frightening thing is that the on-site inspection results show that there are a total of 3 strong men who are stronger than the Northern Devil. This result came out. Everyone was shocked in a cold sweat. A Northern Demon was upset in the summer. The 3 of them all at once were still better than the North Devil. This is too scary. More than that. Some mysterious people were captured in various areas. They come and go without a trace. Suddenly appeared, then suddenly disappeared. Can't catch it at all. The risk factor is extremely high. And the actions of overseas countries are also very strange. It seems that many secrets and people or things in the dark have appeared. For example, an unknown island in the East Island suddenly burst and sank. Someone saw a swordsman walking across the sea in the flames. Star Country Star City coaxed the urban area to suddenly run out of a monster covered in flames. And burned many people. Similar weird things happened in the War Eagle Nation and many other countries. Especially the War Eagle Nation is in a variety of conditions, and it seems that something big is brewing. A series of weird phenomena is by no means accidental. Messiah's high-level sense of smell is still very strong. I quickly realized that something was wrong. Immediately make this matter classified. It seems that Arudaya is not at peace, the world is not at peace. Maybe the next thing is beyond our control. When Messiah said these words, the members below were shocked. All looked at several senior executives. Incredible. Arudaya still has things that Messiah can't control? Messiah is the highest institution in everyone's cognition. Messiah can't control it, who can control it? Too frightening. Everyone was shocked in a cold sweat. So we started the first level emergency plan ahead of time. Please follow us to the archives room. Under the leadership of a few people, everyone came to the archives room. But the archives room is not the point. The focus is on the place inside the archives. After opening 3 protective doors in total, everyone finally came to the most confidential area of the archives room. The files placed inside are the top secrets of Arudaya. The files before Levi Garrison are also in it. To view, you must have permission. Everyone first calm down. What you see next may subvert your cognition. Please don't be overly shocked. Messiah Senior asked. The people's hearts became more and more horrified. What kind of file is it? Will subvert everyone's perception. When everyone was nervous, one person took out the top secret file. Chapter 1573. This file contains the secrets of the past. Everyone has never heard of the content inside. What is your highest definition of the strong? Someone asked at this time. Grandmaster. In the past 100 years, it is definitely the strongest Grandmaster level. Yes, this is recognized by all countries. Everyone said one after another. Then I tell you, Grandmaster level is not the end, but the beginning. There is a realm above the Grandmaster. What? Everyone was surprised. All the time, I have only heard that Grandmaster is the strongest. M.BG. The judging standards of various countries are like this. Even if the rating is as strong as the North Devil, it is also a master. Then I will tell you. There are supreme powers above the Grand Master. The Grand Master level powerhouse is strong enough, right? The strongest Grand Master level like the Northern Devil may have no way in a country. But in fact, the Northern Demon can still be killed. That is to activate nuclear weapons. No matter how strong the Northern Demon is, there is no way to deal with nuclear weapons. But nuclear weapons cannot be used when they are not a last resort. But the supreme level powerhouse must be stronger. Even small nuclear weapons can't kill the supreme level powerhouse. This is the supreme class. Hiss. Hearing this, everyone uttered cold breaths. Can nuclear weapons not be killed? Is it strong enough? This is absolutely beyond the human category. It all feels like listening to ancient myths. Then why have you never heard the appearance of a supreme powerhouse for so long? Everyone looked confused. This is the past 100 years, and there is no one who can reach the supreme level. This is the case in all countries. And the other supreme level powerhouses before are all silent in the dark. This also makes the supreme level a legend and a secret. The senior explained. Hey? Why would a supreme level powerhouse choose to be silent, since no one has appeared for 100 years? Someone asked questions. Even I have to know. From the top secret file data, Arudaya, and the powerhouses at the supreme level and above all over the world chose to stay silent overnight. I don't know why. Hiss. This is terrible too. What happened? All the supreme powers in the world have disappeared? What are they afraid of? Or is there any reason? This is everyone's question. I don't know, there is no record in Messiah's file. The executives shook their heads. To show everyone this confidential file today, the purpose is very simple: the supreme level powerhouse may be born. Based on the recent circumstances, it is inevitable that the supreme level powerhouse will come to this world and unknown difficulties and dangers. Don't look at the majesty of Arudaya, the suppression is too much to look up overseas. But once they release the real demons, it's not known who will kill them. Everyone began to worry, what can we do? In case the supreme level powerhouse emerges and these unknowns come, we really have no way. What should Arudaya do? Things are beyond control. Messiah was also helpless. At this time, several senior officials looked at each other and smiled. When danger comes, someone will always come out to suppress it. Then when the northern demon was rampant, no one would come out to suppress it. Levi Garrison was the solution. Everyone is curious. That's because the northern devil is not even qualified to let them come forward. In other words, the North Devil's degree of danger does not reach the standard for them to shoot. Chapter 1574. Terrible. It's terrible. What is hidden in this world? Those secrets are in the hands of very few people. The key is that Messiah can only know the tip of the iceberg. But we must also actively prepare. For example, Qianlong Project, etc. I hope to create a few strong people comparable to the North Devil. The crisis may come one day. The senior officials of Messiah were very afraid of this day. But it must be actively prepared. At this moment, it is located in a wooden house on the ice and snow in the northeast. Heilong's father and others were also very melancholy. Me see. They sent out many people to investigate, but there were no clues. It seems that no one is protecting Levi Garrison at all. I can't wait, the enemy who killed my son is still alive, I can't stand it. Yes, we want to avenge the third brother. Heilong's father and two older brothers had bloodthirsty killing intent flashing in their eyes. Quite your anger. The supreme level powerhouse is here, and the world will be completely messed up. People still have to kill. We must never think of another way. Others persuaded. Then think about it. If I can't figure it out, I will kill Levi Garrison myself. Levi Garrison naturally knew that he was missed. But he doesn't care. Kill as many as you come. He is still the same as usual. In addition to life, in the leisure is to train Lavilia and them. Soon, he discovered that Zoe and Jonanyan both had extremely high talents. It is even more talented than the students of Qianlong Project. They are improving too fast. Second only to Lavilia. But Zoe didn't know it at all. Just to keep fit. Little did they know that Levi Garrison turned them into peerless masters. Next, it seemed to be cultivating crazy everywhere. In the Qianlong Project base. After Xiao Xingtian and others forced Levi Garrison away, everyone was extremely excited. Put more energy into training. In order to beat Levi Garrison's face. But after more than 3 days, they suddenly discovered a problem. Everyone doesn't seem to be making much progress. Ming Jin Fengtian and other 3 instructors have completed their training. There are no signs of progress. It is basically on par with the rapid progress of the first stage. In the beginning, everyone took it seriously. But after 5 days, there is still no progress. Everyone started to panic. No progress in 7 days. No progress in 10 days. Half a month has passed. Although everyone has made progress, they can basically be ignored. It seems that their potential has been exploited to the maximum. Can't be developed anymore. The students began to panic. The instructors and the person in charge of Messiah were also anxious. Basically stand still? Impossible. The training plan follows the program, so there are no problems. The students also have no problems. So what's the problem? The main reason is the rapid progress in the first stage, which is simply unimaginable. But in the second stage, after kicking out Levi Garrison, why was the fire suddenly dumb? What's the matter with Instructor Jin? If this continues, we will be laughed at by Levi Garrison. Xiao Xingtian and others were anxious like ants on a hot pot. It should be our training program. You have developed it to the extreme. We have to change to another training program. Jin Fengtiandao. Agree. The other two instructors also agreed. They changed another set of training programs. Continue to start the training program. I don't believe it. Everyone refused to admit defeat. Little did they know that their progress was basically related to the fact that the training program was not worth a dime. It only has something to do with Levi Garrison's withdrawal. Chapter 1575. On the other hand, the first batch of failed Qianlong project students made rapid progress and continued to improve. Especially Xiao Feng and several people gradually understood the true meaning of this ancient exercise. They are getting stronger and stronger. Better than Levi Garrison expected. It even said that there is hope to achieve the original intention of Messiah to create three existences that are comparable to the one-word king. This time it seems to be possible. You will practice for a while. At that time, we will compare with the second batch of Qianlong plan academies. Hearing this, Xiao Feng and others were all happy. They have a chance to prove themselves. I tell you, they are very strong. You must work harder. Levi Garrison shouted at everyone. Continue to stimulate their psychology. 100 people in Xiao Feng clenched their fists tightly, sparks splashed in their eyes. We want to win. We want to prove to Arudaya that we are not useless. We are the strongest. Everyone screamed. They held back this breath for a long time. Just for the moment of release. Tell all those who abandon them the king is back. Next, Xiao Feng and their training are really desperate. Xiao Xingtian's group of students are naturally desperate. Changed a new training program to stimulate their talents again. But things are counterproductive. No effect for 3 days. No effect for 7 days. They switched to another training program. Time is walking. But there is no effect at all. When the facts were in front of them, Jin Fengtian and others were completely dumbfounded. What's up? It's impossible for us not to make progress, right? We all made such rapid progress in the first stage. Who can tell me why this is? Xiao Xingtian and others felt as uncomfortable as if they had eaten flies. The three major instructors including Jin Fengtian were also completely dumbfounded. What's the situation? How can there be no progress at all? They stroked it through and through. I found no problems anywhere. The key is to spend time, experimenting with several programs before and after. There is no effect at all. Will this training program have no effect from the beginning? Our potential has been almost developed. Someone asked questions. After all, Jin Fengtian's training plan is to maximize the potential of the human body. Then in the first stage, how do we triple the increase? Isn't this an effect? Jin Fengtian asked back. This. Everyone was taken aback. For a while. This is a fact. You can't refute it. What's going on? Did our potential have been developed in the first stage? Xiao Xingtian asked. It shouldn't be. You still have a lot of potential to develop. For example, you, Xiao Xingtian, predicted that you are likely to have the strength of the North Demon in the future. It won't stop here. Li Chang'an said. Then what's going on? I need an explanation. Otherwise, Levi Garrison will come and he will laugh at us when he sees all this. I can't afford to lose this person. Yes, I can't afford to lose this person. Everyone shouted. Calm down, everyone, am I thinking of a solution? See what the problem is. Jin Fengtian said angrily. The person in charge of Messiah also echoed, yes, training itself is an experiment. It's nothing wrong with making mistakes. This has to be done slowly and step by step. But everyone is very anxious. After all, it was equivalent to betting with Levi Garrison. Everyone said it might be because of Levi Garrison. He is gone, we have not made any progress. Chapter 1576. Someone said casually, but turned up the stormy sea in the crowd. Everyone was surprised. It seems to be the case. Their abnormality really started after Levi Garrison left. Since they didn't participate in Levi Garrison's training program, their progress has been dumbfounded. For such a long time, it's almost standing still. Thinking of this, everyone's face is stunned. Wouldn't it be such a coincidence? Is it really related to Levi Garrison? Jin Fengtian and Xiao Xingtian are also aware of this problem. Everyone was startled by Chi, all in a cold sweat. M.Bg. If it were true, that would be terrible. Li Chang'an's body shivered. He was afraid that he was one of the few in the field and convinced Levi Garrison. I think it's possible. Instructor Yet is gone, and our students are misfired. Now we can't find any other problems, only Instructor Yet is the one that everyone considers. Maybe the students' progress is due to Instructor Yi's relationship, and it has nothing to do with our three instructors. Li Chang'an thinks this possibility is very high. When Li Chang'an said this, the audience was horrified. Everyone was shocked. I also think it's possible. Do you remember what Instructor Ye said when he left? Some students also raised questions. Everyone remembered what Levi Garrison said before leaving, as if he was referring to this matter. This shouldn't be true. Everyone was short of breath, almost out of breath. Impossible. Jin Fengtian suddenly furious. What everyone knows about Levi Garrison's training is some pediatrics. How can something that is too basic to be more effective? We are not able to make any progress with such a powerful program, and only rely on pediatrics? It's ridiculous. When Jin Fengtian said this, everyone gradually reacted. Correct. What Levi Garrison teaches is too pediatric. No matter how you think about it, it can't make people improve. Yes. Our progress has absolutely nothing to do with Levi Garrison. Xiao Xingtian shouted so, everyone no longer thought about it. Then you tell me what's going on. Li Chang'an asked. I don't know for the time being, but I will find out. It will be resolved as soon as possible. Jin Fengtiandao. The person in charge of Messiah said anxiously, I also hope Instructor Jin to hurry up. Time is running out. After all, they received the emergency notice from above. They need to create the strongest as quickly as possible. Instructor Golden, we only give you 3 days. If you don't resolve the matter within 3 days, you may be replaced. There will be no rewards for you. Responsible for humanity. Okay, I will resolve this within 3 days. Jin Fengtian's face is a bit ugly. After dissolution, Jin Fengtian and the Tai Kingdom body refining master got together. Can you really find the problem in 3 days? The master of physical exercises asked nervously. I can't find it. It should be that the potential of these guys is over. They made so fast in the first stage, which caused everyone to think that they have unlimited potential. Especially Arudaya thinks so. We are required to create the strongest at the fastest speed. Hey! Jin Fengtian sighed. But if we can't satisfy them, we have nothing. Jin Fengtian thought about it for a while, a fierce flare came out of his eyes. I have a solution. What? Warhawk has a special medicine that can be used at critical moments to stimulate the human body's potential and make the body stronger. The price is to burn life essence. In other words, to trade life. Chapter 1577. Jin Fengtian took out the potion specially. If you use all of this bottle, your strength will instantly increase by more than 10 times. The price. you can pay is to consume all your energy and die on the spot. Hiss. The masters of physical training all took a breath. So you need to use the medicine to improve this group of students in a short time, so that Arudaya can see the effect. The master of physical exercises asked. Yes, that's wrong. We can achieve the effect with a small amount of potion. Then Arudaya will be satisfied. Jin Fengtian nodded. The effect is there, Arudaya will be satisfied. But this group of children will be abandoned. Even if you use a small amount of medicine, it will eventually consume their life. They will be ruined all their lives. The master of physical exercises asked. M.Bg. When taking the medicine, they will improve significantly and become strong. But once the medicine has passed, they run out of life and lose their energy. Not to mention becoming a peerless powerhouse, it's another matter whether you can keep your life. This vicious way is not fair to them. The master of physical training is very sorry for these young talented seedlings. If it is really useless because of this incident, his conscience will be overwhelmed. But can we do anything else now? Only give us 3 days. If we can't do it, we will lose everything. Jin Fengtian stared at him frantically. Soon, the master of physical training became silent. When it comes to self-interest, he also has no laws. What if you find it? When we find out, we have got what we want. Besides, it must be our problem. It's the students' own problem. Finally, the master of physical training was made clear by Jin Fengtian. The next day, Jin Fengtian called everyone together. Said that he found the problem. Next, change to a training program, which is definitely effective. Everyone was convinced to devote themselves to the training. Sure enough, it worked this time. Gradually there is progress. 7 days later, the progress rate of the first stage has been reached. And it is still in continuous progress, getting more and more rapid. The students are very satisfied. Messiah is even more satisfied. They praised Jin Fengtian for his greatness. Let me just say, our progress and strength have a dime relationship with Levi Garrison. Instructor Jin is the person I admire most. Xiao Xingtian's face was full of uncontrollable excitement. Li Chang'an frowned, he felt that something was wrong. Although the training program has been changed, it is actually the same as the previous few times. Logically speaking, it is impossible to change the status quo. But the facts are unexpected. For a moment, he couldn't think of why. In the Qianlong project base, there was an atmosphere of enthusiasm everywhere. Jin Fengtian is regarded as a god-like existence. Especially the students, it's not good to worship. Who is unhappy when he sees himself becoming stronger every day? But under these gorgeous appearances are all riddled with holes that have been corroded by ants. Xiao Xingtian and their bodies are like this. Despite the leaps and bounds of strength. But the body is overdrawn. It's just that I don't know it. Obviously it was Jin Fengtian who used their bodies in exchange for what he wanted. As a result, Xiao Xingtian and others are still grateful to Jin Fengtian. See? They can't find it. We can increase the amount. The corner of Jin Fengtian's mouth swept coldly. 7 times. We have improved 7 times. Did you see Levi Garrison? Hurry up and let Levi Garrison come and have a look. With the increase in the amount of medicine, the faster everyone progressed. Chapter 1578. Everyone achieved the desired effect. The first thing Xiao Xingtian thought of was Levi Garrison. He desperately wanted Levi Garrison to see how strong he is now. He is now the student who most hopes to reach the North Devil. The whole person is full of confidence. Except for Jin Fengtian, no one is concerned. In 3 days, I will hold an international competition specifically for you young people to compare. At that time there will be geniuses from 10 countries to participate, they are not weak, you must stand up. Jin Fengtian said. Mainly to test the results of special training. Convince Arudaya. Me see. They can get more benefits. Coincidentally, other countries are also conducting special training similar to the Qianlong project. They are also actively preparing. So Jin Fengtian hosted an international competition with his connections and status. Instructor Jin, you must let Levi Garrison, let him take a good look. Xiao Xingtian shouted. Finally, the person in charge of Messiah went to Levi Garrison specially. Tell him about the international competition. It just so happens that I just want to let people practice their hands. Levi Garrison also wanted to find someone for Xiaofeng and the others to practice, but he didn't expect the opportunity to come. Hey? What hands do you practice? The other party looked at Levi Garrison suspiciously. Remember the first batch of students who failed in Qianlong project? Remember, weren't all taken away by you? What's wrong? Levi Garrison smiled, now they have recovered, and their strength has improved by leaps and bounds. I want them to participate in this competition. 2. Impossible. Don't lie to us. Everyone knows that they are useless. Like you, they can't practice martial arts. Want to participate in the competition. Impossible, wishful thinking. Don't fool around. Without one person's consent, Levi Garrison could only give up. Soon, this international competition began. Levi Garrison came to the scene to observe. The game went on fiercely. The 100 students of the Qianlong project swept the geniuses of the other 9 great nations with the swift momentum of destroying Lagu. Win the championship of the international competition with an absolute advantage. Their strength has stunned the 9 great nations. It doesn't seem to be one level. For Xiao Xingtian and the others, Messiah was very satisfied, and Arudaya was very satisfied. Everyone spoke highly of the 3 instructors Jin Fengtian. Messiah felt fortunate for his wise decision. First, Levi Garrison was not allowed to be the bishop, but Jin Fengtian was hired as the bishop. Second, kicking Levi Garrison out in time did not affect the training. Jin Fengtian looked at Levi Garrison triumphantly, his eyes just showing off. Levi Garrison, have you seen it now? Without your interference, we will make faster progress. Among the students in the same period, we are invincible. I have improved tenfold in this period of time. Don't you think about it? What else do you have to say? Didn't you say that we won't make progress if we leave you? Now? Does your face hurt? Xiao Xingtian and others stared at Levi Garrison. They thought that Levi Garrison would show a look of shock and regret. But Levi Garrison didn't have any reaction at all. He sneered, it's a mistake for you to make rapid progress. But what? Xiao Xingtian stared at Levi Garrison seriously. But you are wasting your life and vitality. You are going to be finished. Levi Garrison naturally saw these people's state of defeat in the city. Okay. Hearing this, Jin Fengtian's face changed drastically. Did Levi Garrison see it? The big thing is bad. Chapter 1579. Although Jin Fengtian was far away, his attention was all on Levi Garrison's body. A bloodthirsty and brutality flashed in his eyes. No one can see it for so long. But Levi Garrison noticed it. After Xiao Xingtian and others heard it, they stared at Levi Garrison angrily. What do you mean? I advise you to stop training as soon as possible, otherwise you will be miserable. Even if you do not die, you will be completely useless. Levi Garrison seriously persuaded. When their bodies consume vitality and blood, they are wasting their lives. Even the do not break or build technique cannot be saved. Hey? Levi Garrison, can you make it clear, what on earth are you trying to express? Everyone was dumbfounded. To put it bluntly, you are taking drugs now. You should have taken some kind of drug that stimulates your strength. In a short period of time, your strength will increase by leaps and bounds. But this is what you bought from burning your vitality. Levi Garrison said this. Everyone was taken aback. Faintly feels reasonable. Many people felt that there was always a problem before. Li Chang'an, who was not far away, trembled in his heart when he heard it. He had been skeptical before. Now hearing what Levi Garrison said, I gradually understood it in my heart. Is it really so? He looked at Jin Fengtian subconsciously and was startled in a cold sweat. Levi Garrison, what are you talking nonsense? We are burning vitality? Why don't I know? Yes, we don't know our own body. Xiao Xingtian asked the others back. Levi Garrison smiled, come on, I will teach you a way to know if there is a problem with your body. Come, I don't believe it. Come on, do it with me. When Levi Garrison was about to teach everyone, Jin Fengtian and the two rushed over. Aggressively. Levi Garrison, you are presumptuous. Students who came to question me? What are their problems? Jin Fengtian roared. Yes, Levi Garrison, are you trying to sow discord? The master of physical training also roared. Now the two decided that Levi Garrison knew what. Naturally, Levi Garrison would not let Levi Garrison go on. You know what you are doing well. For your own benefit, you are really unscrupulous. Are you going to abolish these 100 genius seedlings? Don't think other people don't know. The more Levi Garrison said this, the more they panicked. You ask everyone, is our training carried out normally? Messiah knows about each process. Furthermore, these are all my students, why should I harm them? You definitely treat a gentleman's belly with the heart of a villain, because if you kick you out of the instructor's position, you will hold a grudge. Jin Fengtian was in a hurry and hurriedly shouted. The voice is getting louder and louder. Do you believe him, or do you believe me? Before Levi Garrison could speak, Jin Fengtian asked everyone. Of course, Instructor Jin, we trust you. Without you, how can we be today? Levi Garrison is clearly here to provoke discord. We are not fooled. Xiao Xingtian's 100 students immediately expressed their views. No one believes in Levi Garrison. After all, Jin Fengtian brought them sweetness. Let them progress so fast. They have no reason to distrust Jin Fengtian. Instructor Jin, of course we believe in you, and you really did bring out the results. We haven't seen you harm people, what we have seen is progress. The person in charge of Messiah looked at Levi Garrison again, this time it is you who are wrong. You should not slander Instructor Jin. Hurry up and apologize to Instructor Jin. Chapter 1580. Mainly, what Levi Garrison said has no basis. What's more, Jin Fengtian made real results. Arudaya and Messiah both trusted. Levi Garrison talked about Jin Fengtian's problem at this time, as if he was instigating discord. Levi Garrison glanced at everyone deeply and said, okay, I reminded you once anyway. If you continue to train, you will die or become disabled. Levi Garrison, you really don't know what to do. You are looking for death. Xiao Xingtian was angry. Levi Garrison stopped paying attention to these people and turned and left. Jin Fengtian and the two looked at Levi Garrison's back, and the two looked at each other. The eyes were full of killing intent. M.Bg. Levi Garrison seems to really know something, so the best way is to get rid of him. The dead will shut up. At this time, Li Chang'an had been staring at the two of them. Although he was one of the three major instructors in the previous training, he actually didn't feel much involved. Everything is planned by the two of Jin Fengtian, and he is not allowed to participate at all. This is definitely a problem. Li Chang'an decided to find out what happened. After Levi Garrison came back, continue to stimulate Xiao Feng and them. The second batch of students of the Qianlong project are currently better than you. You have a long way to go, Levi Garrison said. But in fact, the 100 people of Xiao Xingtian and the 100 people of Xiao Feng have no law at all. Neither side is on the same level anymore. Even if Xiao Xingtian's 100 people took special medicines, they still couldn't keep up with Xiao Feng and the others. But Levi Garrison wanted to deliberately say something ironic. Let Xiao Feng and the others continue to work hard. You must work quietly, and then surprise the whole world. Levi Garrison looked at a group of young people holding their fists, eyes full of expectation. After Jin Fengtian and his party returned to the base, they continued to train. Li Chang'an began to pay attention to the two. Jin Fengtian didn't know it at all. Levi Garrison is aware now, what should we do? The master of physical training seemed a little flustered. Why don't we just stop now? I can't bear to see these children abolished. And you are still a big summer, can you still watch your compatriots die? But Jin Fengtian smiled contemptuously. In fact, I am still a member of the War Eagle Nation, and now I am restored to Arudaya nationality because they have given generous terms. What does the life and death of these Arudaya people have to do with me? The Qianlong plan is still as usual, the amount of potion has to be reduced a bit, otherwise it is easy to get a clue. Jin Fengtian said. As for Levi Garrison, I'm afraid of bad things from him. Let's find someone to kill him. Jin Fengtian was all murderous. Okay, leave this to me. Levi Garrison will not survive tomorrow. The two did not expect that the conversation was all heard by Li Chang'an outside. Sure enough, there is a problem. An irritation flashed across Li Chang'an's face. These two people want to abolish all these students for their own benefit. Wrong. They want to kill Levi Garrison. He must stop. Knowing the truth, Li Chang'an chose not to move. He was afraid of stunning the snake. After he has collected all the evidence, he will expose the two people. All you need to do now is to tell Levi Garrison first. When they came to Levi Garrison, Li Chang'an told all the news that Jin Fengtian and the two were about to kill him. But Levi Garrison looked calm and smiled. I know, they will definitely come to kill me. Then you can still laugh. Li Chang'an is very different. Come on, let me kill a few. Chapter 1581. Levi Garrison's face was indifferent and Li Chang'an was stunned. If it was him before, even if the whole world targeted him, he doesn't care about it. But now you are an ordinary person, and you still don't care so much? Is this joking with your own life? Is there anything else? If there is anything wrong, leave quickly. Levi Garrison gave the order to chase off the guests. Then be careful yourself. It's better to hide. They will never let you go. Li Chang'an took a deep look at Levi Garrison. Be careful, too, let them know it. Levi Garrison reminded me. Me see. Li Chang'an smiled, don't worry. No. I am Messiah's special instructor, they dare not kill me. Li Chang'an didn't take this matter to heart. He even felt that Levi Garrison was thinking too much. Not caring about his own life and death, but caring about himself. But he still prayed that Levi Garrison could tide over the difficulties. After Li Chang'an returned to the base, he found that the two of Jin Fengtian were using medicine. Secretly, he quietly recorded the evidence. On the other side, the master recruited by the master of physical training has arrived. 8 people sneaked into Northampton to assassinate Levi Garrison. Soon the two sides met. You guys go try it. Levi Garrison asked the 6 guards sent by King Shu to try. The 6 have been training with Levi Garrison all this time. Just try to make progress? The two sides fought a battle and ended in a tie. It is a great improvement for the 6. After all, the other 8 people are the hidden masters of the Tai kingdom. The 6 opponents were also shocked. Are these 6 little guys blocking them? Lavilia. The most surprising thing was that Levi Garrison pulled Lavilia in front of him. Seeing the little boy Lavilia came to challenge them, the 8 masters were dumbfounded. How do you look down on them? A little kid came to deal with them. Provocative. Naked provocation. Kill her. One of them couldn't bear it, and immediately rushed forward, making a sudden killing move on Lavilia. Boom. A terrible scene appeared, and this person was kicked flying by Lavilia. After hitting the ground heavily, he couldn't get up anymore. The other 7 people were stunned. Go. Go together. The remaining 7 people shot one after another. Boom. 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 Lavilia fought with the 7. Soon, all the 7 flew out. Everyone fell to the ground, looking at Lavilia, this little kid, in an incredible way. They are going crazy. The 8 masters who are well known in the Tai kingdom were defeated by a little kid. Unimaginable. The 6 guards were also shocked. None of these 8 people turned out to be Lavilia's opponent. Terrible. Too frightening. The key is how old Lavilia is. The 6 guards became more determined. Be sure to follow Levi Garrison. Only in this way can we have a bright future. Take them away. After speaking, Levi Garrison took Lavilia to leave. Today is Levi Garrison's first actual battle with Lavilia. It turns out to be very successful. In the future, if you want to improve, you must sharpen it more. This is the beginning. Soon the 2 of Jin Fengtian knew about it. What? It failed. Impossible, I deliberately sought out 8 top masters from the Tai kingdom. How could I fail? Levi Garrison is an ordinary person, and there are no masters around him. How could they fail? The 2 looked surprised. When Li Chang'an learned about this, he was also extremely surprised. How did Levi Garrison survive? This makes sense. Levi Garrison is an ordinary person. Confused. So confused. Chapter 1582. It's not just them who are confused. And the Black Dragon Father. The power that appeared from the supreme level powerhouse still wondered about Levi Garrison. Now, in the end they negotiated a plan. Sending someone this time is not to kill Levi Garrison. It's to test who is protecting him. Well, yes. Test first. It's not too late to kill Levi Garrison after the test. Okay, just follow your ideas. Black Dragon's father also agreed with this matter. So this time we send out a pseudo-supreme level powerhouse. This way, those people will not be disturbed, and they will be able to escape when they are in danger. Well, yes. The so-called pseudo-superior level powerhouse is one stepping into the ranks of the supreme level. But it's not really a supreme class. Of course, the pseudo-superior class is very strong and very strong. Better than the North Devil. On the other side, in the Qianlong project base, Jin Fengtian and the 2 are also investigating why Levi Garrison died. At this time Xiao Xingtian came up. Instructor Jin has something I don't know if I should say it. Say. What's the matter? The 2 looked at Xiao Xingtian. I found that Instructor Li was a bit weird recently. He was absent-minded in class and kept staring at you secretly at other times. I have seen him come to your residence privately. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know? Xiao Xingtian said curiously. Boom. Hearing this, Jin Fengtian's brain seemed to explode. Not good. Li Chang'an should know something. No wonder his behavior has been abnormal recently, even Jin Fengtian and the others are curious. Correct. If nothing else, he saved Levi Garrison. Okay, we get it. This matter is not allowed to spread. Instructor Li may have betrayed Erudaya. Jin Fengtian said. What? Xiao Xingtian was very surprised. Li Chang'an is a famous instructor. How could you betray Erudaya? However, Li Chang'an's recent series of strange behaviors are probably stealing secrets, leaking training plans, etc. Maybe it's really possible. Don't say anything about this, I'll take care of it. Jin Fengtian patted Xiao Xingtian. After Xiao Xingtian left, a bloodthirsty killing intent flashed in Jin Fengtian's eyes. Li Chang'an must die. He does not die, it is us who die. Wrong. He must have found out early, and I am afraid that he is collecting evidence now, said the master of physical training. We have to speed up. If Li Chang'an exposes us, we will undoubtedly die. Jin Fengtian can't wait. Li Chang'an is still collecting evidence. But what he didn't know was that Jin Fengtian and the two had discovered it. They were already staring at him. Call. After collecting all the evidence, Li Chang'an breathed a long sigh of relief. I don't know how Instructor Ye found out. He really got it right. I got the evidence this time. Where do I see them flee? Li Chang'an was about to leave with the evidence. Rumble. Suddenly, the gates here closed one after another. No, let's find out. Li Chang'an, you are so brave, did you come to our site? Accompanied by the voice, the two of Jin Bongtian appeared. Li Chang'an squinted his eyes, and shot all the lights. Hey, you two shameless guys! For your own benefit, you killed Erudaya. Now I have collected all the evidence. You surrender yourself. I will consider forgiving you. Jin Fengtian smiled, but the dead won't tell you. As long as you don't tell, no one knows. Chapter 1583. Yes, as long as you die, no one will know our secret. The master of physical training also showed a weird smile. At this moment, Li Chang'an felt a strong killing intent. I am Messiah's person, do you dare to kill me? Li Chang'an's complexion changed. Do you know the consequences of killing Messiah? Li Chang'an naturally did not believe that they dared to kill himself. What if you are Erudaya's traitor? You are dead, everyone clapped, right? Jin Fengtian laughed suddenly. You guys! Li Chang'an's face changed drastically when he realized something. M.Bg. He also thought of what Levi Garrison had reminded him. This group of people really killed him. Withdraw. Li Chang'an immediately thought about evacuation. Want to run? Late. Jin Fengtian and the two immediately locked Li Chang'an's escape route. Kill. Li Chang'an can only kill out by himself. In a small space, a fierce fight was staged. But after all, Li Chang'an was outnumbered. Finally he fell in a pool of blood, dying. The two Jin Bongtian also pretended to be injured. Rumble. At this time, all the doors of the laboratory were opened. Xiao Xingtian brought everyone here. Before I was just skeptical, I didn't think that Instructor Li, you really betrayed Erudaya and came to the laboratory to steal information. Xiao Xingtian received the notice from Jin Fengtian and he came immediately. Seeing the scene in front of me, it was a scene where Li Chang'an was about to steal data and was taken by Jin Fengtian. Instructor Jin, are you okay? Xiao Xingtian and the others began to care about Jin Fengtian. Fortunately, you guys came quickly, otherwise you really let him escape. Jin Fengtian wiped the blood donation at the corner of his mouth. Li Chang'an, who fell in a pool of blood, looked at several people, gurgling to donate blood. His eyes are about to fly out. He. In the end, Li Chang'an died without saying a word. Li Chang'an is dead. The Qianlong plan base made a sensation. Messiah made a sensation. Li Chang'an stole Erudaya's secrets, leaked training plans, and betrayed his country to seek glory. He was discovered by two instructors Jin Fengtian and many students and was killed on the spot. Although this matter is full of doubts, but the evidence is conclusive. Jin Fengtian and the others have devised evidence of Li Chang'an's traitorous collaboration with the enemy in the past few days. Definitely, there is no possibility of a comeback at all. Li Chang'an died when he died. Have to carry the infamy of a traitor. Jin Fengtian and several students also received awards. Next, get rid of Levi Garrison and sit back and relax. The two Jin Fengtian smiled bloodthirsty when they came up with Levi Garrison's idea. Levi Garrison certainly received the news of Li Chang'an's death. He thought that Li Chang'an could escape. Unreasonable. To kill my compatriots, but also to bear the infamy of traitors. Levi Garrison was angry. In terms of emotion and reason, he must seek justice for Li Chang'an. Before Li Chang'an came to remind him, Levi Garrison still remembered this kindness. I didn't want to intervene in this matter. You forced me. Levi Garrison was very angry. I personally go to the base to seek justice. Levi Garrison quickly went to the Qianlong Project training base. His arrival surprised everyone. What are you doing? Many students stared at Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison shouted at the base, "Get out of the murderer who killed Li Chang'an!" This sound was like a roar of thunder, spread throughout the base. Everyone inside was shocked and all rushed over. Chapter 1584. Seeing that it was Levi Garrison, everyone said angrily, "Levi Garrison, what are you doing here? I'll find the murderer." Levi Garrison said coldly. "Are you going to the wrong place? What murderer are you looking for? This is a training base, and there is no murderer you are looking for. Leave quickly. Stop making trouble." The person in charge of Messiah looked at Levi Garrison dissatisfied. Can he stop a bit? After coming down from the high position, Levi Garrison was making trouble almost every day. This time I came to the training base to make trouble. I'm looking for the murderer who killed Li Chang'an. Levi Garrison said angrily. Me see. You are presumptuous. Li Chang'an was treason with the enemy and was found to be killed when stealing Arudaya secrets. He deserved the crime and should be condemned to death. Why did the murderer say? The person in charge of Messiah glared at Levi Garrison angrily. He is getting more and more outrageous. Wrong. Li Chang'an's act of treason with the enemy is what we have seen with our own eyes, and the evidence is solid. You should kill him. Arudaya shouldn't have this cancer. Levi Garrison, did you deliberately come to make trouble? Xiao Xingtian said several people. Yes, that's wrong. Li Chang'an is very guilty. We discovered earlier that he had betrayed Arudaya and had stolen secret sales many times. We have collected sufficient evidence. It's impossible for you to vindicate Li Chang'an. Besides, are you an associate of Li Chang'an? Jin Fengtian beat him down. Splash the dirty water on Levi Garrison. Jin Fengtian looked at each other and smiled. Originally wanted to target Levi Garrison. Unexpectedly, he came to the door by himself. Associate. Everyone looked at Levi Garrison with weird eyes. It's so shameless. You two are the murderers who killed Li Chang'an. Levi Garrison stared at the two. Yes, it's wrong. Li Chang'an was indeed the two of me who killed him. But that was his collaborating with the enemy and treason. We can only kill him. Did we do something wrong? Jin Fengtian asked. Wrong. Instructor Jin, you did the right thing. Messiah supports you, Arudaya supports you. You are not at all wrong. Kill it well, kill it right. In the face of absolute evidence, Messiah chose to believe in the two of Jin Fengtian. Levi Garrison looked up helplessly and looked at the sky. He sneered, are you stupid? How could Li Chang'an betray Arudaya? These two people are doing a ghost. It is obviously Li Chang'an who found evidence that they did evil and was killed. Up. Levi Garrison has all the evidence, what else do you have to say? The person in charge of the base threw the evidence to Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison read page by page. The smile on the corner of his mouth grew thicker. Regarding the evidence of Li Chang'an's treason with the enemy, they did it perfectly. You can't find a fake place. As for the evidence collected by Li Chang'an, they had long since destroyed it. The evidence is absolutely impossible to vindicate Li Chang'an. Don't think about it in this life. If you ask for evidence, you can only prove that Li Chang'an is a traitor and Jin Fengtian is a great hero. After reading the evidence, Levi Garrison smiled. How? Levi Garrison, what do you have to say now? Are you still looking for a murderer? Everyone asked back. It's wrong. If you are legal, I can't ask for justice for Li Chang'an. Hearing this, everyone laughed. Especially Jin Fengtian, and the two are even more proud. Levi Garrison clearly knew that they were the one who killed. But helpless. But I will seek justice in my own way. Chapter 1585. The words came out. Everyone was taken aback. What is Levi Garrison doing? Just you? How do you want to get justice? Jin Fengtian looked at him in surprise. I will kill you. Levi Garrison stared at the two men murderously. That terrible look was like he had just come from hell. A few simple words, but set off a stormy sea. Everyone was taken aback. According to the Arudai law, Li Chang'an is a capital crime. The two of Jin Bongtian killed him for meritorious service. Does not constitute any criminal nature. After all, the evidence is too complete. There is no possibility of any refutation. Even if you know that everything is a conspiracy designed by Jin Fengtian, they killed Li Chang'an and made him bear the charge. But you have no way. The rules and laws are Li Chang'an's sin. You can't avenge Li Chang'an at all. Even Levi Garrison had no idea. Helpless. Aggrieved. Like a knuckle in the throat, and a on the back. That feeling makes people feel desperate. Can only lament the injustice of the world. Can only watch the murderer laugh. Li Chang'an's unjust soul cries humiliatingly. No way. Everything they did was seamless. There is no way to use them at all. Many people in Messiah are friends with Li Chang'an. Can they see the clue? There is no way. There is no evidence pointing to Jin Fengtian and the others. Everyone can only break their teeth and swallow them in their stomachs. But Levi Garrison is different. Although he could not vindicate Li Chang'an, but he can take revenge. Kill the people who killed Li Chang'an. He is going to kill Jin Fengtian, two people now, ignoring all the rules. This is his own way. Levi Garrison, are you crazy? Are you going to kill someone? Everyone was taken aback. Looking at Levi Garrison incredulously. Yes, I want to kill and revenge. This is my way. Levi Garrison's eyes were needle-shaped, and the intense murderous intent had already targeted Jin Fengtian. Are you going to disregard the Arudai law? Do you want to disregard all the rules? Levi Garrison. You are too presumptuous. In front of us, do you dare to kill? In front of Arudaya, how can you allow you to do anything wrong? Go back quickly, we thought this happened before. The people in charge of the base were all angry. Dare, what's not to dare? I just want to kill these two people in front of all of you, in front of Arudaya's rules, and in front of the world. Levi Garrison's expression was firm, and it didn't look like a lie at all. Levi Garrison, don't mess around. You control your emotions. You. The person in charge of the base is already anxious. At this time, Xiao Xingtian laughed, he murdered? Isn't it ridiculous? If you let him kill, who can he kill? He is just an ordinary person. After Xiao Xingtian's reminder, everyone reacted one by one. Yes, Levi Garrison is an ordinary person, who can he kill? Where are Jin Bongtian standing and let him kill, can he kill it? Thinking of this, everyone smiled. Laughter and ridicule. Jin Fengtian and the two looked at each other and were also happy. An ordinary person yells to kill them? It's ridiculous. Come on, we stand here to let you kill. Give him the knife. Jin Fengtian laughed. Lend your knives for a use. Levi Garrison took a short knife from a student next to him, and walked towards Jin Fengtian and Jin Fengtian step by step. Levi Garrison quickly stop. As long as you do it, the nature is different. Someone shouted. Levi Garrison walked quickly to the two of them. The knife light flashed, and the blood donation shot. Puff. Puff. Chapter 1586. Everyone didn't expect it to happen all at once. Levi Garrison stabbed each of them. The two of them covered their hearts with blood gurgling. Shocked. Both Jin Fengtian were dumbfounded. Looking at Levi Garrison incredulously. What happened? How can an ordinary person have such a fast speed? Soon they have no chance to react at all. The consciousness of the two gradually disappeared. Judging from Levi Garrison's momentum just now, they were sure that Levi Garrison would definitely dare to make a move. M.BG. But if an ordinary person shoots, how can they stop it? Let him kill it. But I didn't think that when Levi Garrison made a move, the two big masters didn't have time to react at all. I was stabbed twice by Levi Garrison. When the two died, Levi Garrison was not an ordinary person at all. He is still strong. Powerful enough that they were killed without any reaction. But in the eyes of others, it is a different matter. It was Jin Fengtian who stood still and made Levi Garrison to kill. Everyone felt that Levi Garrison didn't dare to do it. But Levi Garrison did it. The two were unprepared and they were killed by Levi Garrison. If there is justice, I will fight for justice. The rules don't let me kill me, I will kill. You won't let me kill, I just want to kill. Murder pays for life, it is justified. Levi Garrison's whole body is murderous, like a god of death who harvests life. Play sideways with him? He is more horizontal than you. I will not only kill. Also kill in front of everyone. This is Yoko. Stunned. Everyone was scared silly. How can an ordinary person have this kind of aura? He has a look in the eyes of everyone in the room. Puff. Puff. It wasn't until Jin Fengtian fell to the ground that everyone reacted. Instructor Jin. Xiao Xingtian immediately jumped on them. It's just that Levi Garrison's two cuts are thorough, and he doesn't give the two a chance to survive. Levi Garrison, a good thing you did. You are over, you are completely over. You killed the two instructors of the Qianlong project, you are abolished in this life, and you will be finished with your family. Xiao Xingtian and the others stared at Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison, you are crazy. You not only killed two people, you killed two of Arudaya's heroes. What you killed was Arudaya's hope. You personally ruined Qianlong plan. You ruined Arudaya's future. The base was in charge of the crowd yelling frantically. The two men died. The Qianlong project is equivalent to waste. Because of emotion, reason, and rules, Levi Garrison can't kill it. Levi Garrison, you are provoking Messiah's majesty. You are provoking Arudaya. You know the law and break the law, are you really going to fight against Arudaya? Everyone stared at him tightly. No, I never wanted to provoke Arudaya in the past. I am dedicated to Arudaya. I just did something right in my way. Brother Chang'an, I have avenged your grudge. Don't worry about your walk along the way. Levi Garrison roared a few times, and walked away. Brothers, just let him go like this. Xiao Xingtian shouted. No. He killed the instructor and must not let him go. The crowd rushed over with red eyes. The 3 layers inside and outside surrounded Levi Garrison. Murder pays for life. Xiao Xingtian and others pushed towards Levi Garrison step by step. C came away. Levi Garrison's eyes shot brilliantly. We just won't let you, today you don't want to leave here alive. Chapter 1587. Xiao Xingtian and the others settled their minds and wanted to avenge Jin Fengtian. Everyone looked at Levi Garrison murderously. I can't help myself. In Levi Garrison's eyes now, they are as weak as ants. One finger can blow everyone up. The rattling atmosphere is on the verge. Hold on, let him go, shouted the head of the base. This matter is too big. Far beyond his control. He can't solve it. Me see. It can only be reported to the senior messiah to solve it. Levi Garrison can only leave now. He killed Instructor Jin? Just let him go. I'm not convinced. Xiao Xingtian refused to agree. Can't let him go. All the students were crazy and wanted to block Levi Garrison. Let him go, this is an order. The person in charge of Messiah shouted. Everyone could only separate one road, and watched Levi Garrison leave. I have to say, you personally destroyed the Qianlong project. The moment Levi Garrison walked out of the base, the person in charge gritted his teeth. The Qianlong plan that Arudaya spent so much to build was completely destroyed in Levi Garrison's hands. But Levi Garrison smiled. Who said the Qianlong project was ruined? I will send you a batch of better ones. Isn't Xiao Feng's group much better than Xiao Xingtian and the others? In the true sense, Levi Garrison's successor. He didn't do anything wrong in this matter. The Qianlong project was stopped in time, so that Xiao Xingtian's 100 people would no longer be persecuted. At the same time, the 2 malignant tumors of Jin Fengtian were eliminated. You wait for serious consequences. The crowd roared anxiously. The Qianlong project base fell into a dead silence. The person in charge quickly reported the matter. On the other side, Levi Garrison was on the way back. The corner of his mouth suddenly conjured up a strange arc. He noticed that a super master was following him in the dark. He even said that he has followed here from the Qianlong project base. Very strong. Super strong. A master much stronger than the North Demon. It can even be said that Levi Garrison has encountered the most powerful master. If it was him before, I would be desperate when I met this one. Fortunately, he has a teacher. Give him a new lease of life. Levi Garrison let him follow. All the way back to Northampton. In the training base he built. Xiao Feng and the others are training seriously, and the 6 guards and Lavilia are among them. The scene was in full swing. When everyone saw Levi Garrison coming, they stopped everything at hand and looked over. Respectfully. The pseudo-extreme master in the dark was taken aback. It turns out that Levi Garrison has trained so many masters. He could see that this group of young people was much better than the group in Qianlong project. And this kid, so talented. Even if they can't pick one out of that place, right? What a horror. Sure enough, Levi Garrison has many secrets. He immediately became excited. I can really find what I want today. Levi Garrison glanced at everyone and said, Today, I will arrange another actual battle for you. The opponent is very strong. Strong enough to make people desperate. You must rely on your own strength to punish him. Either he will die, or you will die. I won't do it, even if you die. After Xiao Feng and others heard it, their expressions were complicated. But fighting spirit is high. We want to live. We want to defeat the opponent. Xiao Feng roared. The others yelled too. Okay, let's get started. Levi Garrison suddenly looked in one direction. My friend has followed me all the way, come out. Chapter 1588. Okay. The pseudo-superior master in the dark was frightened. It turned out that I had been discovered long ago. Not good. Levi Garrison is not an ordinary person at all. He lied to everyone. The pseudo-extreme master slowly walked out. Levi Garrison smiled. The reason why he didn't catch this person on the spot. He was to give Xiaofeng a life and death test for 100 people. Their strength of 100 is enough for now. But the battle of life and death has not been experienced. Only after this battle could it be transformed. It's the graduation exam for this training. But other people's exams are test papers. Xiaofeng and the others have to take the test. The opponent is very strong. The pseudo-supreme level powerhouse also understood what was going on. This is to practice hands with him. Levi Garrison wants to kill me with these hairy boys? Dreaming. I'm already a false supreme level powerhouse. If the supreme powerhouse is not out, who can do anything to me in this world? He shouted. Xiaofeng and others are unheard of to the supreme powers. Immediately surprised. But everyone can feel it. This person is much stronger than the North Demon. It's really hard for them to get out alive. This opponent is stronger than ever. If you want to live, you must kill him. Wish y'all good luck. Levi Garrison left a few words, and then left with Lavilia and 6 guards. Rumble. He even locked the training base. Don't let a person run out. Those who are alive are qualified to run out. This battle lasted for half a day. Even the base-specific alloy walls were beaten up and down, all traces. The fighting sound has always been loud. It's like being bombed all the time. One can imagine how fierce this battle is. Levi Garrison waited for nothing before returning to the training base. Boom! When the alloy door opened, a pungent bloody smell came over. The blood flowed out even more. In the training base, there is no one standing. All fell to the ground, or crawled, or squatted. Everyone is covered in blood. Looks extremely embarrassed. Some people are even convulsing, dying. Levi Garrison found a pseudo-supreme level powerhouse in the middle. He has no breath. Was alive to death by hundreds of people. On the other hand, although Xiaofeng and these people were all seriously injured, everyone was breathing. They all defeated the pseudo-extreme powerhouse alive. I don't know what happened during this battle. Xiaofeng and others were basically eliminated. They will survive with the belief that they will win. The reason why he died alone. It still comes from their tacit cooperation. During this time, everyone regarded each other as brothers and sisters. You can give the back to each other. Their belief is either all live or all die. Don't give up anyone. In this way, they came to the end. The pseudo-extreme powerhouse was killed by them. You didn't disappoint me. Levi Garrison nodded with satisfaction. After this war, these young people will make a qualitative leap. They can really stand alone when they go out. According to Messiah and Arudaya's vision to create 3 existences comparable to the one word King. This idea can basically be realized. But this is the beginning of Levi Garrison's devil training. It is estimated that the Black Dragon Father's group of forces did not think of it. The pseudo-supreme level powerhouse they sent actually let Levi Garrison's students practice their hands and kill. After Xiaofeng and the others settled down, the person in charge of the Qianlong project brought people here. The punishment is coming. Chapter 1589. After all, Levi Garrison was a lot of coax about this matter. Or it's very big. Punish him for anything. Are you here to reward me? Levi Garrison asked. You are really stubborn. Everyone is going to explode. Killing people, ruining the Qianlong project, and still wanting to commend them? Is this crazy? Levi Garrison, are you really not sure what you are doing? Levi Garrison was stunned. Me see. I did such a great deed for Arudaya. Even if you don't praise, why should you blame yourself? Very angry, everyone is angry. To tell you the truth, this matter is a big deal. Even exaggeratedly said, you are breaking my Arudaya national fortune. Several people stared at Levi Garrison angrily. I repeat, I killed the wicked and helped Arudaya. Levi Garrison was interrupted as soon as he was halfway through. Stop talking, we don't want to hear the reason. We only know that you killed someone, and you have to be punished for killing someone. Okay, let me see how you can punish me. Levi Garrison smiled. It stands to reason that you have a dead end. But everyone considers your contribution to Arudaya. So give you a chance. As long as you publicly acknowledge this matter and apologize. Declare to the world that you are wrong. Give up this matter. A smile crossed the corner of Levi Garrison's mouth. What if I don't? Then you will be in prison, life imprisonment. Levi Garrison, we will give you 3 days to consider, as long as you admit your mistake and apologize, this matter will be over. I hope you won't be stubborn. Levi Garrison laughed suddenly, ha ha ha, what a stubbornness. This is the second time, right? For the first time, you believe in the culprits and lock me up. Ask me to admit my mistakes. It hurts my heart. This time, you believe in the culprits again. You want me to admit my mistake again. Ha ha ha, it's exactly the same. Levi Garrison's smile was a little sad. Everyone was taken aback. It seems like Levi Garrison said. But this time is different. That time the 4 little dragons lied. But this time Levi Garrison killed people and ruined Qianlong project. Levi Garrison is not the same thing at all. You say that, is there evidence? Everyone asked. Go back and check Shao Xingtian and they will know. Humph. We will come to you in 3 days. I hope not to put you in jail. After reminding, everyone left. As for investigating Shao Xingtian, they won't take it to heart. They thought that Levi Garrison was wrong. Even if there is evidence, they will not look for it by themselves. Only believe in what you see and hear. Levi Garrison didn't take this as the same thing. He admits wrong? What is wrong with him? Let him go to jail? How can it be? Who has this strength? I killed someone. What's happening? I killed the wicked. I see who dares to lock me up. In the Qianlong project base. Shao Xingtian and other trainees immediately changed their instructors and continued their training. But the effect is obvious. When they were with Jin Bongtian, it was a farewell to each other. Everyone was very angry, and everyone wanted to avenge Levi Garrison's death. This punishment is too light for him? Just apologize and it can be resolved? I'm not convinced. Shao Xingtian and others are strongly dissatisfied. At this time, the mutation happened. Suddenly, Shao Xingtian's face was pale, his cold sweat broke out, and he collapsed, unable to stand. Still, other people also have this situation one after another. The side effects of Jin Fengtian's medicine broke out. Chapter 1590. What happened? At this moment, Shao Xingtian felt the terrible changes in his body. He clearly felt that his body was exhausting and old. The most intuitive is the loss of life essence. Cough cough cough. Everyone started coughing up blood. The blood is extraordinary. It is the most essential blood of the human body. It is equivalent to fate. If you don't have it, you don't have it. What's going on here? For a while, everyone was dumbfounded. What's wrong with my body? I don't want to die, I don't want to die. Shao Xingtian felt the horrible changes in his body and kept shouting. The best geniuses at the training base immediately inspected their bodies. Not good, the situation is not ideal. The training program should be improper. The genius doctor frowned. Then resume Coach Jin Fengtian's training program to see. Someone suggested. Okay, try it. Finally, the trainees resumed using Jin Fengtian's training program. This training program also includes medicine or something. Jin Fengtian's medicine is left. After everyone took it, something magical happened. All the strange situation on everyone just disappeared. Xiao Xingtian and others did not feel uncomfortable. On the contrary, it feels stronger. It has to be Coach Jin Fengtian. His training plan is really useful after using it. Continue to use the training plan of the Golden Instructor. This time, it was the first time that the side effects appeared after stopping the medicine. So the performance is not strong and obvious. But the subsequent attacks must be more and more intense. Only temporarily blinded them. Look, even if Instructor Jin is dead, what he left behind will allow everyone to move on. His faith is still protecting Erudia's Qianlong plan. This kind of talent is someone respected by everyone, understand? Jin Fengtian was instantly tall and majestic in everyone's minds. He can kill such Instructor Jin, but he is still alive. Levi Garrison is not dead, I am upset. Xiao Xingtian made mournful sounds. While they were blaming Levi Garrison, Heilong's father was also staring at Levi Garrison. What's going on? A pseudo-supreme level powerhouse disappeared when he went to explore the way. It doesn't necessarily disappear, wait a minute, I believe he will come back. I still can't think of anyone in Erudia who can target a supreme powerhouse. It's just that 2 days have passed, I didn't say anything when I came back, and there was still no information at all. Do you have any excuses now? He is definitely in trouble. Black Dragon's father said angrily. Let's consider the long-term plan. The false supreme level powerhouses have disappeared. It shows that the problem is a bit tricky. This is the unanimous opinion given by everyone. Well, listen to you. Heilong's father agreed on the surface. But privately, he called his 2 sons together. Your third brother has been dead for so long, and the enemy is still alive. I can't swallow this. Breath. The Black Dragon father roared. Father, we can't help it. The third brother must not die in vain. The 2 were also murderous. So I don't care, I must avenge your third brother. Black Dragon's father was impatient. What did the father say? The 2 brothers looked at their father. We don't care about other people, my own power is enough. I decided to go out of the mountain myself and take people to take revenge. Black Dragon's father said this crazy plan. Isn't my father trying to break the covenant of the gods? The 2 brothers were surprised. Then I shall be the first sinner to break the covenant of the gods. Chapter 1591. Heilong's father's eyes were full of madness. The brothers smiled bitterly. Once the covenant of the gods is broken, the world can be messed up. Not only Erudia, there will be chaos all over the world. Don't worry, even if I don't break the covenant of the gods, someone will break it. I just did what they all wanted to do but didn't dare to do it. That's true. Ma sent my order to go down, gather all our staff quietly, ready to go anytime. At that time there may be a big battle, Yan Dragon Guard dares to stop it, and then Yan Dragon Guard will be destroyed. Black Dragon Father ordered. The other side. Levi Garrison didn't take Messiah's warning at all. 3 days will arrive in a blink of an eye. The person in charge of the Qianlong project base brought a large group of people menacingly. Don't you want to admit your mistakes? Until now, do you still think what you are doing is right? Levi Garrison nodded, yes, not wrong. Then we can only put you in jail. After all, what you have done is too big. Whatever, Come and catch. But I will convince you. Let you know that you made the same mistake. Again. Levi Garrison laughed. Originally, he couldn't ignore these people. After all, there was no one who could get him into jail. But he wanted to convince Messiah to lose. In the end, Levi Garrison was imprisoned in a special prison. The current sentence is life imprisonment. It depends on his specific performance to reduce the sentence. Time passed day by day. Xiao Xingtian and other trainees continued to train in accordance with Jin Fengtian's training plan. And their progress became more and more rapid. It's just that Jin Fengtian's medicine ran out. Everyone doesn't treat it the same. In everyone's opinion, medicine is not of much use. The other side. In the northeast of Arudaya, a deep mountain buried by heavy snow in Fengtian City. This night, a group of men in black suddenly appeared. They are like ghosts walking through the snowy mountains. No traces were left, including footprints. If anyone sees them, they will probably be regarded as monsters. This team traveled very fast, and soon became one with the dark night. Darkness is coming to this world. The covenant of the gods is about to be broken. Levi Garrison was not idle in the prison, he was also cultivating. The old man passed him too much. It is impossible to digest in a short time. It is estimated that the person behind the black dragon will really show up. Levi Garrison actually had a foreboding of the appearance of Heilong's father. It's not good, according to the report of the 7th team of the Dragon Group. I saw a group of mysterious people appearing near Fengtian City in the northeast. Does the 7th team ask for instructions to stop it? Such a message came from the base of Yanlong Guard in Beijing. Block. Must be blocked. Check their identities. If necessary, catch them. Immediately send additional manpower to the 7th team. Soon, the army gathered on a road south of Fengtian City. The assembly of 80,000 soldiers is complete. Just to stop the mysterious person. The mysterious man is of course the Black Dragon father and the group. They did not deliberately conceal their whereabouts. Instead, he swaggered south. It seems to be to tell the world that they are here. Soon, they encountered an army of 80,000. This road is nowhere. Come on, all squat down and accept our interrogation. 80,000 troops gave them enough oppression. If you don't want to die, get out of the way. No one knows that Black Dragon's father is extremely tough on this side. Then a great war began. 80,000 people were crushed. The supreme level powerhouse turned out. Arudaya was shocked. The world is shocked. Chapter 1592. For a while, all parts of the world were ready to move. The covenant of the gods is broken. The covenant of the gods is broken. We can be born. An unprecedented darkness is about to envelop the whole world. Arudaya's battle. No one thought of it. There are more than one or two supreme powers. It has disappeared for a long time, or the supreme powerhouse that has been erased from the data has actually come. In fact, the supreme level powerhouses have always existed, but the information and rumors about them have been truncated and erased from the source by various countries, creating a blank. M.BG. 99.9% of people don't know. Even if most Messiah people hadn't read the information that day, they wouldn't know. Sure enough, the supreme level powerhouse has appeared. Everyone's faces were extremely pale. The cold sweat was rustling. Don't look at them as having only 3,000 people, the fighting power of these 3,000 people is simply terrifying. 300,000 people can't stop it. Hey, supreme level powerhouses have appeared, the number is useless. Unless they are brought together, nuclear bombing will be effective. But it's difficult, it's impossible for someone to stand and let you fight. The entire Yanlong Guard was dead silent. I just heard the news that they broke the covenant of the gods. Now the whole world is going to be in chaos. According to senior officials. What is the covenant of the gods? Everyone is at a loss. I don't know for the time being, it's still being verified. It's probably an agreement made to restrain the supreme powerhouse. By the way, have you found out where this group is going? I have been heading south, and I am now close to Northampton and Southampton. In the Northampton Qianlong project base. Xiao Xingtian and others are still training. This is the first day they stopped the special potion of Feng Tian. The body has not felt any discomfort yet. Rumble. At this moment, suddenly a roar of thunder blasted over the base. Enemy attack. The base's alarm sounded at the same time. Everyone in the entire base immediately gathered together. Looking straight ahead. Boom. A terrible breath spread. It's like Mount Tai is pressing on the top. Everyone was overwhelmed with breath. That seems to be the scene of the real end. Before this unprecedented pressure, Xiao Xingtian and other practitioners began to change their bodies. The side effects of their medicine are about to happen. Abruptly was urged out by this majestic pressure. 1, 2, 3. Hundreds. Thousands. When Heilong's father led the army to suppress, the entire Qianlong clan base was silent. What kind of existence is this? What are they doing here? Puff. Puff. Cough cough cough. Puff. At this time, Xiao Xingtian and all of them reacted physically. This time the side effects are too great. Everyone coughed up blood and fell to the ground. Their organs were shrinking and failing, and even their appearance was becoming extremely old. Life energy is losing. For the first time, Xiao Xingtian felt that he dragged the body of a 100-year-old man. I don't want it. I don't want it. Stop it. The students went crazy. Seeing this, Black Dragon's father sneered and said, "This is Messiah? Use medicine that burns human vitality to forcibly increase strength. Look now, the side effects are coming, none of these people can survive." When Heilong's father reminded, everyone thought of one person, Levi Garrison. Chapter 1593. Levi Garrison said something similar before. No one would believe it. Is it really so? Black Dragon's father shook his head again and again. Messiah used this kind of indiscriminate means to train people? No, I should say that you have a problem with your brain. This kind of drug improves your strength at the moment of life and death. How do you use it in your usual training? This group of children must die. No one can live. Yes, feel the body, the vitality is lost, the life essence and blood are coughed up. Obviously it is the cost of burning life. Others also pointed out this fact. What? Everyone was surprised. Especially after Xiao Xingtian heard them, they were completely dumbfounded. I think of it again, and there is no reaction after taking the medicine. Basically, this matter can be determined. Who the hell has such a big hatred with Messiah, who uses this method to harm people? Black Dragon's father asked. It's impossible for Li Chang'an. Levi Garrison is impossible. That can only be Jin Fengtian. Understood. The progress of the students at first had nothing to do with Jin Fengtian. It was everyone who participated in Levi Garrison's special and ordinary training program. Later, in order to keep his position and his own interests, Jin Fengtian secretly used this life-burning potion to achieve the effect of improvement. Jin Bongtian deceived everyone. In the international competition, Levi Garrison had raised questions a long time ago. We also need to teach you methods to test. It's just that no one listened to him at the time. On the contrary, he still thinks that he is instigating discord. It turns out that people have seen it a long time ago. Later, Li Chang'an discovered the clues and has been searching for evidence. But he was beaten by Jin Fengtian and the others, saying it was theft of secrets and treason. Also killed Li Chang'an. Blame. Deep self-blame. Thinking of this, Xiao Xingtian vomited blood again. Thinking about it now, Levi Garrison didn't do anything wrong at all. He killed both Jin Fengtian, not only to avenge Li Chang'an, but also to kill Arudaya. It's just that everyone is blinded again. They all think that Levi Garrison is wrong. He was also put in prison and sentenced to life imprisonment. Understood. Messiah was wrong again. Boom. The heads of Xiao Xingtian and others almost exploded. It turns out that Levi Garrison has always been kind to them. Let them improve first. Several times later blocked Jin Fengtian from coming to save their lives. But these people will avenge their grievances and kill Levi Garrison. Puff. Puff. Soon, Xiao Xingtian and others vomited blood. Some people twitched a few times and then stopped moving. Their lifespan is exhausted. He died when he was less than 20 years old. I don't want to die, I want to live. Hurry up and let Mr. Levi Garrison come out and rescue us. He must have a way. I'm still young, I don't want to die. Why don't I listen to Levi Garrison? Why? Puff. A bloody dart shot, and another fell to the ground. A similar scene is staged here. Hundreds of students died one after another. The people in charge of the base were shocked, and the students were even more shocked. At this time everyone thought of Levi Garrison's arrival. It was too late, too late. They wanted to call Levi Garrison to save people. But they all took them to prison. It's too late to come. Puff. Puff. People are still dying one by one. I'm unwilling. Xiao Xingtian shouted, and he eventually fell to the ground. We blamed Levi Garrison again. Chapter 1594. The person in charge of the base and everyone else was distraught. They finally realized their mistake. Levi Garrison is wrong. He helped Arudaya again. They are sinners. Sin is unforgivable. Everyone should understand a truth. Levi Garrison is worthy of your trust at any moment. It's good now. Levi Garrison was imprisoned, and his heart was chilled for the second time. Also let the genius seedlings of Qianlong project abolish. Blame Messiah. M.BG. Blame Messiah for everything. Blame me, I'll die. The person in charge was about to bump his head suddenly. Boom. How could a terrible force stop him? Die later. Tell me where Levi Garrison is. Black Dragon's father said. Okay. Everyone at the base was taken aback. You, who are you? What are you looking for Levi Garrison for? Everyone focused on the father of the Black Dragon. At this moment, Messiah headquarters sent a message. Everyone reacted one by one. This is the mysterious team that defeated the 80,000 army in Fengtian. They have come to Northampton. Come to see Levi Garrison. Let's kill Levi Garrison. Heilong's father showed sharpness in his eyes. What? The person in charge of the base was shocked when he heard it. This group of mysterious people who made a sensation all over the world, who possessed supreme-level powerhouses, unexpectedly came to kill Yet. Levi. As far as I know, Levi Garrison has no grievances with you, right? How could you kill him? The person in charge asked suspiciously. To tell you the truth, my son is the leader of the Avengers. Levi Garrison killed him. The Black Dragon father admits everything. What? Everyone came to understand now. But Levi Garrison's plan to kill the Black Dragon was also for Arudaya. I heard that you took Levi Garrison. Where is he? Tell me quickly. Otherwise, kill all of you. Black Dragon's father said coldly. The head of the base and the others looked at each other. Everyone understands what they mean. Levi Garrison did his best for Arudaya and gave so much. Now he is more of an ordinary person, and he will undoubtedly die when he encounters this group. They want to protect him. To make up for the 2 previous mistakes. Don't think about it, you don't want to know where Levi Garrison is. Furthermore, the entire Arudaya and Messiah will protect him. You want to kill him without a door. Where do you come from? Where do you go? Hearing this, Black Dragon's father smiled. Even Messiah can stop us? You are the frogs at the bottom of the well after all. Messiah dare to stop, we will destroy it with one hand. They are arrogant and domineering. Don't put anyone in the eye. But they have this confidence. Tell me where Levi Garrison is, otherwise I will kill you all. Black Dragon's father threatened. Stop dreaming. Hurry up and spread the message. Let Messiah do everything possible to protect Levi Garrison. Even if he is an ordinary person, he is Arudaya's soul. The person in charge of the base has made a good faith belief in death. Kill. Black Dragon's father was expressionless. Give an order. Soon, the entire base fell. The big thing is not good. The mysterious organization attacked the Qianlong project base and everything was destroyed. Their whereabouts next is unknown. Messiah began to mess up. Knowing that the opponent has a supreme powerhouse in charge, there is more than one. They have no way at all. Block at all costs. To protect Levi Garrison. Messiah can only do meaningless obstructions. The other side. I found it, Levi Garrison was detained in Nanjing No. 1 prison. Black Dragon's father immediately dispatched them. Chapter 1595. After Messiah got the message, he immediately issued an order, let people take Levi Garrison away immediately. Protect his safety. He has paid too much for Arudaya. Then, order the 9 heavenly kings to lead their troops to the Nanjing No. 1 prison immediately. Nanjing No. 1 prison. Levi Garrison was locked here. It's dark. Life imprisonment. At this moment, the warden hurried over with a group of people. Mr. Yet, you can withdraw quickly. It's dangerous. Okay. This made Levi Garrison stunned. Me see. What happens? The order from Messiah, let us escort you out of here immediately, and ensure your safety at all costs. A group of very powerful beings are coming to kill you. The 80,000 troops sent by Messiah are not stopping them. The warden told Levi Garrison what had happened. You are finally here. A cold light flashed in Levi Garrison's eyes. Mr. Yet, please withdraw quickly, I have arranged someone to send you away. The warden urged. Levi Garrison shook his head, I won't withdraw, I happen to be waiting for them. Mr. Yet, are you crazy? You are just an ordinary person, how do you fight them? They have supreme level powerhouses, although I don't know what the supreme level powerhouses are. Anyway, you should withdraw quickly. Yan Longwei wants you to live. The warden and others pushed Levi Garrison to leave. Levi Garrison smiled, if you can wake up, it means that I can't do all this for nothing. Furthermore, they came at me. If I leave, I don't know how many people will die. The warden was anxious, Mr. Yet, we understand, but you are an ordinary person now. Besides, the enemy doesn't know how much stronger than the Northern Devil. You go quickly. Rumble. At this moment, there was a shaking movement in the Nanjing No. 1 prison. Everyone was stunned. It's over, they're here. I can't leave now. The warden looked anxious. Outside the Nanjing No. 1 prison, 3,000 black-clothed troops came and surrounded this place impenetrably. Prison No. 1 quickly closed the gate and raised a high wall, used to stop the enemy. Generally, the walls or gates of this special prison are extremely hard. Even the missile can't be fired. Outsiders can't break into it at all. Mr. Yet, don't worry. The walls and gates of the prison are impenetrable. They can't open it. Unless there are weapons such as nuclear weapons. The warden couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief when he saw that the protection was in place. Also gave Levi Garrison a proud introduction. Only the next moment, a tearing sound was made. The prison gates and walls were torn apart forcibly. Something that the missile couldn't open was torn apart by manpower. The two elder brothers of Heilong were the ones who did it. Two supreme-level powerhouses. This is the difference between the Supreme and Grand Master. Boom! Looking at the openings around the prison, the warden was dumbfounded. They are stronger than imagined. Soon, 3,000 troops came over. Where is Levi Garrison? Come out and die! A loud shout came. It's like the sound of the sky is rolling. The tremor caused many people's ears to bleed and fell to the ground and rolled in pain. The warden was completely stunned when he saw that the prison guards were basically injured by this shock. Strong. Too strong. This enemy is unprecedentedly powerful. Levi Garrison smiled, I have been waiting for you for a long time. Chapter 1596. Ha 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 ha. That's right, you must have trouble sleeping and eating when you kill my son. You have long thought of the day of death. Black Dragon's father laughed. Heilong's two elder brothers couldn't help it. Kill our third brother, you take your life. Presumptuous. With us, who dares to move our master? Just at the juncture, a voice broke through the air. Rumble. A fighter plane, a tank, and a war horse. Surrounded from all sides to prison number 1. In front of the huge team, 3,000 people seemed too few and too few. The 9 heavenly kings are here. This is the first time that the 9 heavenly kings have joined forces after they were born. Where is the evildoer, dare to run wild on the Arudaya site? Looking for death. King Shu looked arrogant. The other 8 people are also full of conceit. Except for their own strength. Levi Garrison's tailored combined attack technique for them is even more terrifying. In order to deal with the emergence of such extreme terror, the 9 heavenly kings came to Levi Garrison one by one, kneeling and saying, "See Master." "Okay." Levi Garrison nodded. "Master, rest assured, no one can hurt you with us." The 9 heavenly kings are full of confidence. "You leave, this is my grievance with them. Don't interfere." Levi Garrison said. "Master, if it were you before, we would definitely leave without saying anything. But now you are an ordinary person, how can you fight these people? Leave everything to us." Heavenly King Shu stood with the other 8 heavenly kings. Looking at Heilong's father and others, he said coldly, "Take it." In an instant, the army of the 9 heavenly kings swept 3,000 people. "Kill Levi Garrison." Heilong's father and his brothers went directly to Levi Garrison to kill. The two sides fought together. Regardless of the number and weapon superiority of the 9 heavenly kings, they have a number of dozens of times stronger than each other, as well as various advanced weapons. The 3,000 people on the other side only have cold weapons. Most of them are long swords, and the like. But once we fight, the situation is quite different. 3,000 people are invincible, and these thermal weapons can't hurt them at all. Instead, the original weapons in their hands caused fatal damage. 3,000 people actually beat hundreds of thousands of people. They were defeated steadily. The 9 heavenly kings fought with the 2 brothers of Heilong. In the beginning, the 9 kings were still able to fight against each other. But the 2 supreme-level powerhouses showed their power. The 9 are already invincible. Let's perform the combined attack together. The 9 heavenly kings immediately used Levi Garrison's combined attack technique for them. Boom boom boom. The 2 sides broke apart. It is estimated that the 2 supreme-level powerhouses did not even think of the 9 heavenly kings' combined attack technique as soon as they were opened. I was able to touch them in a short time. This shocked the world. Levi Garrison is so great. The combined attack technique he created is actually capable of opposing the supreme level powerhouse? No one thought of this. Heilong's father was dumbfounded. Isn't it? Arudaya still has the ability to rival the supreme level powerhouse? This. Levi Garrison is really amazing. Can he create such a combined attack? If Levi Garrison's martial arts is not abolished and his martial art is not destroyed, how strong is he? Now. Regret. Regret again. Everyone in Messiah is about to cry. Why do you always do stupid things? What if Levi Garrison's martial art is not abolished now? How good is he to have the strength? Chapter 1597. People always miss when they are lost. Only when you lose it can you know the preciousness and want to cherish it. But most of the time, there is no regret medicine at all. In the battlefield, the 9 heavenly kings successfully contained the 2 supreme level powerhouses with a combined attack. Leading an army of 100,000 began to counterattack. This makes Arudaya see hope. If there are no supreme level powerhouses in town, defeat them. Arudaya is really famous in the world, invincible. Heilong father saw this, he was angry. Kill them, m.bg. There are actually 2 supreme level powerhouses in this team. Add the Black Dragon father. A total of 5 supreme level powerhouses. The 5 supreme level powerhouses shot together. The sky is shaking. The entire number 1 prison, such a solid building. They were even knocked down one after another. Even the entire area collapsed. A big hole appeared. Puff. 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 The 9 heavenly kings saw red one after another. The 9 people flew out one after another. Fall to the ground and can't get up again. They are too far apart from the supreme powerhouse. Relying on Levi Garrison's combined attack technique, he was able to contend with the 2 supreme level powerhouses. But the 5 supreme level powerhouses are not opponents at all. Soon, Heilong's father came to Levi Garrison's side. You want to kill me directly? Levi Garrison asked. Humph, I want to take you to my son's grave to kill you. Black Dragon's father said furiously. Immediately, the 2 brothers of Heilong grabbed Levi Garrison and left. Levi Garrison also showed no resistance. Let them be. Master, Master. Everyone made a hysterical sound as Levi Garrison was taken away. But there is no way. 100,000 elites can't stop 3,000 people. Little did he know that when Levi Garrison was about to leave, he showed a weird smile. Don't worry, I have nothing to do. But Levi Garrison's words were unheard of. Taken away by this group of people, it must be inevitable to die. Helpless. Despair. So many people even said that the entire Arudaya could not keep Levi Garrison. Angry. But supreme level powerhouses exist like gods. They are invincible when they are born. What should we do now? We are out of hand. This next word is undoubtedly the king will die. Messiah was silent up and down, and everything was shrouded in shadows. The only hope now is whether they can make a move. A high-level Messiah said. Who are they? Everyone asked curiously. They, hey. The man just sighed. Heilong's father 3,000 people brought Levi Garrison to the grave of Heilong. The tomb of Twiba Longcheng. Seeing the words on the tombstone, Levi Garrison knew the real name of Heilong. It turned out that this group of people came from the Twiba family. Double surnames are rare. Mostly the background is great. Longcheng, see who I brought. Heilong's father Twiba Zunwan said to the tombstone. He is Levi Garrison who planned your death with one hand. Today, he must splash 3 feet of blood in front of your tombstone to avenge you. Twiba Longcheng's 2 older brothers, Twiba Longfeng and Twiba Longyuan, stared at Levi Garrison. Third brother, we avenge you. Levi Garrison stood in front of the tombstone, like a lamb to be slaughtered, waiting for a slaughter at any time. Respect Long Cheng. Respect to young master 3,000 people have a bowl of wine in their hands. Under the leadership of Tuiba Zunwan, they drank one after another. After drinking, they smashed to the ground one after another. Kill, take revenge. At this moment, Levi Garrison's momentum changed. Chapter 1598. The light in his eyes was Zhan Ran, and his body showed the aura of a king looking at the world. The temperament on his body changed, and everyone was taken aback. Levi Garrison looked at the crowd and said, "I don't care what your background is, and you will be obediently arrested. Otherwise your other 2 sons will be buried here." The language is not surprising and endless. Levi Garrison said this thoroughly stimulated Tuibazun and his sons. When did their group of supreme-level powerhouses be so provoked by an ordinary person? Or kill his son's enemy? This tone cannot be tolerated anyway. Kill. Tuiba Longfeng couldn't help it. M.Bg. A palm slapped Levi Garrison like a stormy sea. Half a mountain can be shattered with this palm, let alone ordinary people. Tuiba Longfeng cultivates strength. With a fist at every turn, there is the force of a mountain pressing down. Boom! In the next second, a dull loud noise resounded. Levi Garrison blocked the palm of Tuiba Longfeng with a finger. Puff! Above the fingers, a burst of energy shot out, and instantly penetrated Tuiba Longfeng's palm. Puff! Encountered such a heavy blow, Tuiba Longfeng flew out. The corners of the mouth were overflowing with blood, and the eyes were filled with inevitable shock. One finger defeats the supreme powerhouse. Everyone present was dumbfounded. He is not an ordinary person. His strength is still there. Tuiba Zunwan exclaimed. We were all deceived. He is Arudaya's real powerhouse. Dead. Tuiba Longyuan roared wildly. The whole person burst out like an arrow from the string. His speed is too fast. It is so blurred that no instrument can capture it. It can only be after images. This is the ultimate speed of the supreme-level powerhouse. Beyond a lot of concepts. It is impossible to explain with conventional ideas. It can even match the speed of a bullet. Tuiba Longyuan instantly appeared behind Levi Garrison. Time seems to be gone. Kill. He slapped Levi Garrison's head with both palms. He had imagined Levi Garrison's head like a watermelon exploding. Snapped. His 2 slaps slapped together fiercely. There was a thunderous sound. Like a bolt from the blue. It's just that the madness and smile on his face quickly solidified. Because Levi Garrison disappeared before his eyes. Disappear out of thin air. Speed. Faster speed. Levi Garrison is faster than him. Boom. Sure enough, Levi Garrison avoided his violent blow faster. And appeared behind him. Hit it with a punch. Puff. Tuiba Longyuan splashed blood on the spot, and fell straight to the ground. Shocked. Very shocking. The 2 supreme-level powerhouses were in Levi Garrison's hands, and couldn't even handle a single move. Then power? He is stronger. Then speed? He is faster. At this moment, Tuiba Zunwan and the others knew why the 3 groups of people sent out one after another disappeared for no reason. It wasn't that Levi Garrison had strong people around him protecting him. He himself is the strong. Levi Garrison caught Tuiba Longyuan's 2 brothers at his feet. Don't you help me less behind the black dragon? Do you harm Arudaya? Kill. Levi Garrison picked up the knife and fell. The 2 brothers Tuiba Longyuan were killed on the spot. Longyuan, Longfeng. Tuiba Zunwan let out a mournful roar when he saw his 2 sons were killed. Kill. I must kill you. Tuiba Zun roared with red eyes. He led 3,000 army to fight to Levi Garrison. Levi Garrison was also excited. This is his second battle after his rebirth. You can test how strong he is. Chapter 1599. 3,000 Masters. Among them are 3 supreme-level powerhouses. 14 pseudo-supreme powers. The rest are master-level powerhouses. This team is simply terrible. If it is released, Arudaya and Messiah may be scared to death. This team has 50 masters who are better than or at the Northern Devil level. If it had been before, it would have been impossible to imagine. 50 North Devils appeared together. Disaster in disaster. But now is different from the past, stronger people have appeared. Me see. The Northern Devil is nothing. Bring it on. Levi Garrison rushed towards the enemy group. Fight with 3,000 people together. This battle was really dark. Beat a piece of pure land into purgatory. The blood was everywhere. Miserable cry. The sound of broken bones. Howling wind. All kinds of sounds are combined to compose a death-killing song. After a while, only one person stood in the field. That is Levi Garrison. Everyone else fell to the ground, silent. Especially Twabazunwan's body stiffened, but his eyes stared like copper bells. He is unwilling. At this point, Twaba's 3,000 army was completely overthrown. After doing all this, Levi Garrison left. When Messiah sent someone to find here, he was dumbfounded. Who did this? Are they completely overthrown? This. Everyone is going crazy. Where is Levi Garrison? Find him quickly. Then release the message. Soon, the message was released. The mysterious organization was overwhelmed by the entire army, including 5 supreme-level powerhouses and 14 pseudo-extreme-level powerhouses. The world is shocked. Arudaya was once again covered with a veil of mystery. So many supreme-level powerhouses have fallen. What does Arudaya have? It is also from today that supreme-level powerhouses enter everyone's eyes. The secret of the covenant of the gods will also start to be revealed a little bit. Fengtian City is buried deep in the deep mountains and heavy snow. Is Twabazunwan crazy? He came out of the mountain. Did he disregard the covenant of the gods? They just learned that Twabazunwan had left with his line. It's not good, the big thing is bad. If Twabazun's line is overthrown. At this time, a message came. It's over, this time is over. Twabazun broke the agreement of the gods in spite of the promise. They must have done it. A similar voice was also heard from the Messiah base. They must have done it. There are high-level Taoists. They? Who are they? Everyone is curious. The god who guards Arudaya in the dark. Everyone was shocked, that is, those people you said that the North Demon is not qualified to let them take action. Right. Wrong. The Northern Devil is far from qualified, but now that the supreme-level powerhouses have come forward, they are going to make a move. These people are already up to their standards for making a move. Believe it or not, Levi Garrison is safe and sound now. Go to Northampton to find him, you can definitely find him. Because they took action, Levi Garrison will definitely live. Messiah's senior leaders are extremely confident. Soon Messiah sent people to Northampton. Sure enough, I saw Levi Garrison. Safe and sound. Everyone in Messiah laughed. Sure enough, Arudaya's secret patron saint had acted. Little did they know that the person who shot was Levi Garrison. Have a trivial relationship with other people? Mr. Yat, your life is very big, but you have to thank Arudaya. It was the patron saint who made the move, and you were able to survive. Several people laughed. Levi Garrison was stunned. Does this have anything to do with other people? Chapter 1600. Levi Garrison took it to heart and continued to play with Lavilia. Tuibazunwan's death was just the beginning. He broke the covenant of the gods. Paid the price of life. This means that the covenant of the gods that restricts all supreme-level powerhouses is invalid. They can come out. Arudaya's supreme powerhouse is like this. The same is true all over the world. Even the ambitious War Eagle nation, Dong Dao, etc. thanked Tuibazunwan for breaking the covenant of the gods. They have always wanted to break the covenant of the gods. But there is always that courage. Me see. Now their supreme-level powerhouse can come out unscrupulously. It is convenient to achieve any purpose they want. The real darkness is coming. Countless people are waiting for the covenant of the gods to expire. They are waiting. Why did people dare to break the covenant of the gods before? That is because the price of extermination has to be paid. What is the covenant of the gods? Before, when the supreme powerhouse was rampant, the whole world was in chaos. In order to grab resources, the major countries and major regions have fought hard to seize territory. There are killings everywhere, the people are living in charcoal, the people are not living. The world is purgatory. At this time, the covenant of the gods suddenly turned out. The covenant of the gods is limited. The supreme-level powerhouses and their family sect forces have all disappeared, and they are not allowed to appear among ordinary people. The purpose of the covenant of the gods is very simple, that is, to make the supreme-level powerhouses and the powerhouses above all disappear from the world, and erase all traces from the source. Just as if these supreme-level powerhouses did not exist. So now, apart from confidentiality or the highest level of each country, no one knows the existence of the supreme powerhouse. There is no such concept at all. The fate of violating the covenant of the gods is simple death. The covenant of the gods just came out. Does anyone know who released the covenant of the gods? Do not know its reliability. There are many supreme-level powerhouses who refuse to accept, and still go their own way. It doesn't take the covenant of the gods as one thing at all. He even threatened to kill the makers of the covenant of the gods. Available in the next 3 days. The supreme-level powerhouses who refused to accept all died tragically. All hundreds of thousands died. Either the supreme powerhouse who refuses to accept, or the connected person. Judging from the wounds, they were all killed by a single move. There is no chance to fight back. For a while, the whole world fell into panic. At that time, everyone understood that they could not afford to offend the existence of the covenant of the gods. Violating the covenant of the gods has only one end: tragic death. Everyone is scared. All the supreme-level powerhouses disappeared. Everyone is afraid of death. Especially these supreme-level powerhouses are more afraid of death. They all obeyed the covenant of the gods unconditionally. The only way to break the covenant of the gods is for someone to break it. But everyone at the supreme-level powerhouse cherishes their lives. Not willing to take this step. Tuibazunwan took this step. The supreme powerhouses all over the world are cheering. Because of Tuibazunwan, they are free. Everyone thought that Tuibazunwan was killed by the Maker after breaking the covenant of the gods. As everyone knows, it is Levi Garrison. I am afraid that the existence of the covenant of the gods is also very strange. Why did Tuibazunwan and the others died? The whole world started to panic. Especially Messiah. I always feel inadequate. Especially the failure of Qianlong project. They came to Levi Garrison to apologize. From now on, Arudaya and Messiah will unconditionally believe in Levi Garrison. This is their attitude of admitting mistakes. Levi Garrison smiled. In that case, I will give you a surprise.